What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along today. Arsenal against Brentford. Saturday afternoon football is back. It's been a while since Arsenal actually played a game at 3 o'clock. But we're back today, and listen, looking forward to the game. Big game, and I'm not going to lie, even a little bit nervous about today's game because they're a tricky team, and Brentford, we did do well there earlier on in the season. But definitely a team that will be hard work to beat. I think they're unbeaten in their last 9 games in the league, and they've won 4 of their last 5. So big up to everyone for tuning in. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe to the Clips channel as well, Curtis Shaw Clips. Just as we've gone live, obviously the Chelsea game is 1-1 at the moment, so there's 2 minutes left in that. So if you're watching it on the replay, I'm sure the result will be finished now. João Felix looking very, very silky for Chelsea, by the way. I did say I would have taken him. CJ saying, would you take him in the summer? The thing is, he'll either go back to Atletico or he'll sign for Chelsea, I would imagine. I suppose the only other thing is if they don't make the Champions League, then maybe you wouldn't want to go there. So, yeah, you never know. But big up to everyone tuned in. Let's just quickly go over the lineups. Game starts at 3, so we got just over half an hour. It's the same team, people. We spoke about a potential team yesterday. I said I would have possibly brought in Tomiyasu and Trossard just to give maybe Martinelli and Ben White a bit of a break. But he's gone with exactly the same team. It's his tried and tested. And you've got to look at it as well from Arteta's point of view. Arsenal have lost their last 2 games. I know one of them was an FA Cup game. But the last thing you want to do is go into that Manchester City game on the back of 3 defeats. So he's obviously decided, go with what I know, try and get this game won, and then just think about the Manchester City game afterwards. I personally would have maybe liked to have seen Tomiyasu come in. I think he could have done with a bit of game time. But apart from that, I have no real problem with the team lineup, to be honest. Trossard, Jorginho on the bench. So the team lineup is Ramsdale in goal, Ben White at right back, Zinchenko at left back, Gabriel and Saliba at centre back. Then you got Xhaka, Partey, Odegaard midfield, Odegaard the skipper, Saka, Martinelli and Nketiah. I think you got to look at it as well, you know, that Martinelli's just signed a new deal for £180,000 a week. The manager has to justify that to the owners why we've given him, a 4.5-year deal. This is the first home game, I believe, since he signed that new deal. So I think it's more a show of faith that, listen, you are the number 1 left winger. I would imagine if we're winning this game, later on in the game, he will try and make changes. I would like to see Trossard get some game time, of course. And we've got that Manchester City game on Wednesday, and we play Aston Villa next Saturday. So 3 games in 7 days. He's going to have to rotate. He's going to have to bring people on and take people off. Eric said Arteta needs to switch things up. Was hoping Trossard would be starting. Trossard is a good impact sub, similar to ESR. We need more options coming off the bench. That's a good point. That low centre of gravity, good dribbling, can shoot with both feet. 8 points clear soon, let's hope so. Listen, a win today, as you said, Ish, puts us 8 points clear, puts that pressure onto Manchester City tomorrow. I know they're at home to Aston Villa. It's a game you would expect them to win, but Unai Emery's had a bit of a turnaround since coming in at Villa. And obviously they've had a rough week. Pep Guardiola was firing shots at everybody yesterday in the press conference. So it's emotional times at Manchester City. Arteta sticks with his tried and tested and those he fully trusts. Tommy, Trossard and Tierney will only get starts when White, Martinelli or Zinni are injured and suspended. They will only be used as substitutes. Listen, this team on the pitch right now, I would say barring Gabriel Jesus, if Jesus was fit, I think he would be in ahead of Eddie Nketiah. But this is his starting 11. This, with Jesus, I would say, is the 11 that he thinks he's going to lead us to the title. And then obviously your Jorginhos, your Trossards, and Nketiah would be there. You would have Smith Rowe if everybody was fit. They're going to be the players that are used in rotation, like you said. Pep was talking about the 9 clubs that apparently wrote to UEFA and said, look, if Manchester City are guilty, I want them kicked out of the competition. Arsenal apparently were one of those 9 clubs. So, yeah, he was firing shots at a lot of people. But listen, they better prove their innocence, man. Otherwise, points, everything's going to disappear, you know. Did you see Kieran Tierney's comments? He's hurt with the lack of game time. No, I didn't even see that. I have not seen that. And I can understand. He's come up at Celtic. He was captain at times. Played every week, started. He's come to Arsenal. He was our main man. You know, when Aubameyang left, people were talking about Tierney being the Arsenal captain. That's how highly thought of he was. All of a sudden, Zinchenko's coming and he can't get a look in. So I can imagine he's very frustrated. I hope he doesn't leave in the summer. It's great to have two good left backs. And you think of the years and some of the left backs we've had, Andre Santos and people like that, man. It's good to have 2 left backs of this much quality. Curtis, you were late twice. Twice! Pep Guardiola settings, people. They've cheated twice. UEFA and now Premier League, Pep. Get your accounts out, man. I told you. Your accounts are in trouble when Arteta's in the room. Arteta, man, he released that paperwork, man. I don't blame him. That 100 million rice is the most overpriced rice I've ever seen. I told you, people, stick to pilau, stick to rice and peas, stick to jollof. Declan Rice, 100 million, no chance. And in this game, he's been okay, but I think the goal was part of him not moving up the pitch. Brian, big up yourself, man. Big up from Brooklyn. Curtis 3-1 to the Gunners. Where Brooklyn at? Big up yourself, bro. I'll take a 3-1. I'll take any kind of victory today. I can't lie, bro. Big up yourself. Omar, thank you for the super sticker as well. Rice is... Nah, listen, he's decent, but he ain't 100 million. 60 mil? Okay, I'll take it. 100 million, not a chance. That game has finished, by the way, people. West Ham won. Chelsea won. I think Chelsea will be very disappointed with that. For the majority of the game, they've been dominant and they'll be very disappointed. Big up Broads in the chat. He's repping East London as always. He wants Jared Bowen at the carpet. Jared Bowen needs to join us. Listen, the player on that pitch that I'm looking at that should have joined us is João Felix. That is the one we should have got. But big up to you, my bro. Hope you're well. Let me just quickly go through the Brentford lineup. Like I said, 9 games without defeat. 4 wins in their last 5. David Raya in goal. We were linked with him before signing Ramsdale. Ben Mee, Asia, Pinnock and Norgard. Henry, Rasmussen, Janelt, Jensen, and Buemo and Ivan Toney. I bet Ivan Toney's up for this. Ivan Toney, bet. Sorry, people. It's a dad joke. Broads is in the chat, you know. He loves a dad joke. But yeah, Ivan Toney, listen, a player that, I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing him at Arsenal, but I don't think it will happen. Apparently, this court case, not court case, but this FA investigation, I think they've said in 2 weeks there's going to be a hearing. I would imagine for sure there's going to be a ban at the end of this season or the start of next season. So I think he's decent. I think he's a good player. He's improved massively in the last 12 months. But if there's a ban hanging over him, it's not going to happen. Brentford for me, Broad said I'm applauding that. Brentford for me are one of 3 teams that I look at in this league and I think you are massively punching above your weight. Brighton, Brentford, Fulham. 3 teams that when you look at their lineup, not many superstars. They don't spend big money. But they're all doing so well. They're all potentially competing for European places. And I applaud clubs like Brentford and Brighton and Fulham. I honestly look at them. I think, you know what? You've got a very good manager at Brentford. They play a good style of football. And listen, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm scared. But this is a very nerve-wracking game today. I'm kind of, like I said yesterday in the preview, to win this game, we're going to have to play very well. And I know that sounds really obvious, but what I mean by that is if we drop down a level or 2, we can get beat today if we're not at it. If we are not at it today, we can drop points. Now, I don't want to speak, negatively. At the same time, if we play well, we can beat them. We've shown that. We were fantastic away from home, and we beat them, I think it was 2 or 3-0 earlier in the season. But we need to be careful because, the Bees are on form. And we'll get stung if, we don't turn up today. That's for sure, Scott. But, listen, it's a tough game. And what I'm there's a question mark over Arsenal today. We've lost our last 2 games. Now people are looking and just going, I don't think the Man City defeat, people looked into that bad. We made 6 changes. We lost away at Man City 1-0. Not the end of the world. But the defeat last week was a bit of okay, what are they about? How good are they now? Now people are asking question marks. Jurgen Klopp said earlier in the season, Brentford were the most physical team that he'd played against. We saw how physical Everton were last week. You would imagine Brentford will come here and do something similar. They're playing 3 at the back today. So they're gonna put people behind the ball and try and hit us on the break. So Arsenal need to answer the question. Again, I don't want to look ahead too much, but Manchester City on Wednesday night, people. Biggest game of the season. It's like a cup final, that game. And we need to go into that game with some confidence, with some cohesion, with some, with that winning mentality coming back. We don't want to be questioning ourselves and trying to figure out form when we're going against Manchester City. So I really hope we're at it today. We're going to need to be. 60,000 sellout, of course. Big game. But these players are going to have to respond. Make no mistake about it. Ash said, big up Curtis, just got my delivery of the Arsenal French t-shirt. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm not one to encourage the merch, even though I'm wearing merch right now, but that one's clean, man. You wear that in the summertime, you're nice, you know what I mean? Gareth, Chelsea in the Mudrick. Big up to you, Gareth. It's another poor result. Chelsea just dropped, a few hundred million in the window. They've drawn at home and then drawn away at West Ham. But you know what? What did Biggie Small say? More money, more problems, man. Maybe that's the case for them. But let's focus on ourselves. Don't worry, that's mid-table, that's Conference League conversations. Let's concentrate on the title. Champions League. Big boy business. You know what I mean? We're not interested in that. But you're right, Chelsea. Listen, I don't think you'll see much from them till next season, man. Did someone say merch? Big up Elliot. Your account's in trouble. I'm telling you, if they don't they better do something with that song. I'm telling you, I need to hear that on Spotify or something. It's a banger. 3 draws in a row, is it, for Chelsea? Oh, they drew with Liverpool before that. Big up C-Unit, Arsenal going 8 points clear. Let's hope so. And let's hope Thomas Partey last 2 games has come off. Came off at half-time against Man City. Came off after 60 minutes against Everton. If we get a clear lead in this game, get him off the pitch and save him. Hey, Polymation, big up yourself, bro. I will reply to you on the email. Apologies. But thanks for reaching out, bro. And I know you're busy at the moment. Big up to Omar. Big up Big C. Hopefully Arsenal can make today a better one. Currently you're struggling with the loss of my girl. Oh, bro, man. Hopefully Arsenal can lift your spirits today, man, and make things feel a little bit better. Big up yourself, Omar. Onwards and upwards, bro. Onwards and upwards. Anyway, couple stories to get into before we really get into match day mode. We've got 25 minutes until kickoff. Couple of things to talk about, and we will then get back to the team lineups and things like that. Fabrizio tweeted out a couple of hours ago, Arsenal's Reece Nelson's future is still undecided as talks over a new deal with Arsenal are not advanced at any stage at the moment. Do you think that Arsenal should renew his contract or not? He does say they're still not decided. His contract expires in June with many clubs interested. Understand Nelson would be happy to stay, but there are no concrete negotiations up to Arsenal. So, I'm a little bit conflicted with Reece Nelson. I got to be totally honest, right? Because on one side of me, I'm like, you know what? He's a good talent. How old is he? I'm just looking how old he is. Reece Nelson's 23. I think they might let him go. What I don't like about this is he's come through the academy. He was highly rated, and you've allowed his contract to just go again. This is what I don't like with Arsenal. If you don't want to keep him, that's fine. He's 23. Maybe you feel he hasn't developed enough and you want to move him on. But the fact he's just going to walk out and go somewhere for free, that's criminal for me. He should be going for 15 million or something like that, easily. He can play in the Premier League for a bottom half side. He's a lively player. Keeping him is probably not going to work for Arsenal because you've got Saka, Martinelli, Smith Rowe and Trossard. There's 4 already. The club also seem to be looking for a winger again in the summer, being linked with Rafael Leao, a player that I would love to see us get in the summer. Marquinhos coming back from loan. I think Nelson's time at Arsenal is coming to an end, if I'm being honest, and I feel sorry for him because he clearly loves the club. Apparently he was the main man, better than Saka, coming through the youth system. England under-21's best winger, better than Sancho at the time. And the injuries and the lack of development, it's just held him back. The other thing you could do, you could give him a short-term contract and maybe loan him. But at the age of 23, is he going to want to go on loan? But again, I'm going to say this. I think it's bad business. And I don't want to throw shade on Edu because he has done some good things. But I'm sorry, Reece Nelson should not be leaving this football club on a free transfer. We've developed him. There's enough quality. He could easily go and play for a Southampton, a Nottingham Forest, a bottom half of the table team. So, yeah, for me, bad business. I'm not sure he will be at the club next year. I suppose it depends what happens between now and the end of the season. Big up Nathan. He said, I'd get rid of Marquinhos. I can't see him making it. The thing with Marquinhos, he's only just coming. He's been here for 6 months. He's on loan. They're going to give him time. I think he signed a 4-year deal. And no one's really going to be desperate to sign Marquinhos. So I don't think there's any rush to get rid of Marquinhos. Let's see how well he does on loan. Unfortunately, not everyone can make it. You're right. That's the whole point of the academy. Some of them we have to sell. One of those talented youths that didn't maximise their talent. I mean, he went on loan to Germany. It wasn't great. I think he needed a Premier League loan to play in this league and develop himself. Are you excited about Austin Trusty coming back? Apparently he's having a great season at Birmingham, but is he going to be good enough to play for Arsenal? Time will tell, I suppose. Big up to Brian Giffin. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I've been trying to get to a game as a Red member from Ireland. No matter how early I'm in the queue, by the time I get on the website, they're sold out. How can I get tickets without travel packages, etc.? Now, just to give you all a bit of insight, I'm sure many of you will know, but there's a real issue going on at the moment with Arsenal tickets from the website. Basically, people are setting up these bot accounts that just buy the ticket as soon as they become available. So basically, there are thousands of Red members that are going on the website the day the tickets come out and they don't get a ticket. And loads of people are complaining, saying, well, I've got a Red membership. Yeah, I know people who are Red members who've said, I haven't been to one game this season. I can't get one ticket on the website. So these bots are buying the tickets as soon as they go on the ticket exchange. Then they're putting them back on these websites and selling them for double the price. So it's a problem at the moment. I feel sorry for anybody who's a Red member because you will do extremely well to get one ticket this season. And it's a rip-off because, you know, people have joined and there's no benefit from joining. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Surely in this day and age they would have technology to stop that. But your best way of getting ticket is genuinely, you've got 2 options. Number one, if you know a season ticket holder that can get you one, obviously. And second of all, which I don't recommend, is to go to the stadium. There's always loads of people selling tickets outside, but you're going to pay probably double the price of a ticket. And it's just how much you're willing to pay, you know. That's probably the only thing. But it's sad, a lot of people not able to get to the game this season. And no, they don't care, to be honest. I don't think the club do care. As long as they see, oh, game at home, sold out, yeah, job done. Oh, Red members can't get tickets, they're probably not that bothered. So that's all I can say, I'm afraid. It's sad. It's sad. And the crazy thing is, last year, they were struggling to get rid of tickets because we weren't good, obviously. And then this year, the fan base are all, I want to go to games now. So people who weren't going are going all of a sudden. So can we expand the stadium? I think they looked at that before and said it wasn't possible, but you never know. Mario said, Curtis, how do you get upgraded from a red to a silver? I think you get it over time, don't you? The amount of time you're a member, and then you can get upgraded. Where are you watching the game? Well, this is going to be the aim of the game today, people. As you know, 3 o'clock kickoffs can be tricky. We have got a stream to watch. Let's hope it just works and goes well. The dot along is back today, just below, so we've got that as well. If it's desperate times, desperate measures, you know, so at least we'll be able to know when there's a goal. Interesting stat today I saw. Arsenal being linked again with Milinkovic-Savic, people. And I saw a stat that Milinkovic-Savic has the most assists of any central midfielder in Europe's top 5 leagues. He has 8 assists so far. Enzo Fernandez has 7. Eriksson, Mikel Moreno and Milinkovic-Savic has 8 assists. So he's having a very good season. Being linked again with Arsenal today. Reports coming out of Italy. We spoke about it the other day, but they're just confirming Milinkovic-Savic has told Lazio he will not extend his contract in the summer. He was close to signing a new contract back in December, but changed his mind and has said he wants a new challenge. Arsenal have been chasing him since last season when the midfielder wasn't overly keen on joining the London club. He's much more attracted to the proposition now and could move to the Premier League this summer. The club will be looking for around 50 to 55 million euros. We spoke about Milinkovic-Savic before. I would definitely take him. I think him, and no disrespect, I say this all the time, a lot of people love Granit Xhaka now, which would have never happened in the past. I still think we need an upgrade on him this summer. And I think somebody like Milinkovic-Savic would be that upgrade. 22 goal contributions last season in 37 games, 11 goals and 11 assists. He's already contributed 12 goals this season in 20 games, 4 goals, 8 assists, most assists in Europe as a central midfielder. And I would be absolutely all over that deal, that is for sure. So yeah, I think that would be a great one for Arsenal. What happened? Oh, did I press the goal thing? The goal thing was going off, was it? Apologies. Early goal. Maybe someone scored in the warm-up. Broad said, Xhaka is a bad man. I'm going to his testimonial. Oh, man, listen. I won't be at that testimonial. I can't lie. I can't lie, people. But yeah, big up Granit. Yeah, the goal thing went off. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we're getting warmed up for the game, you know. They're excited for the game. Let's have a look at the Premier League table because, you know, it's a thing of beauty and I don't mind looking at it, especially when we're on top. This next 7 days are going to be huge for this football club. Let's make no mistake about it. These next 7 days are going to be huge. Manchester City, Aston Villa and Brentford in the next 7 days. Now, we've won 3 of our last 5. 1 draw, 1 defeat in the league. And this is a tough game. This is a tough game. I mean, if Brentford win today, they'll go up to 6th. If we win, we create that 8-point gap over Manchester City. And what we need to do at the moment is continue to put pressure on that football club. Make no mistake about it. Manchester City are under pressure right now. As a football club, they're under pressure. They've still got a fantastic team. They're still going to be difficult to beat. But you heard Pep Guardiola's interview yesterday. He is fuming. He's rattled. He said, everybody thinks we're guilty. We haven't even had a chance to defend ourselves. Who's going to apologise? Their mind might just not be on football. There's 2 things that are going to happen with Manchester City. They may have that siege mentality and say, everybody hates us. And it, you know, spurs them on to play even better. Or they'll be frustrated and take their foot off the gas, which is what we're seriously hoping. They're potentially getting banned. I don't know if anybody's seen the Daily Mirror today. There is a story in the Daily Mirror today that if Manchester City are found guilty, that Erling Haaland will leave straight away. This is what they're saying. Erling Haaland will leave Manchester City if they are found guilty. Pep Guardiola said, if they are found guilty of anything, he would resign as manager. It could all collapse if they are found guilty. And listen, people saying, yeah, innocent before proven guilty. But listen, they have got a lot of pressure on their shoulders at the moment. Haaland would go, Pep would go. It would be a mess. Do you know what I mean? So we need to continue to put pressure on them. Go 8 points clear, and then let's hope Mr. Good Evening, Mr. Unai Emery can go there tomorrow and work some magic, even if you can get a draw there, you know, and we'll see what happens. Haaland, trust me, he'll be on the next flight to Madrid. Go and replace Benzi, you know. But this is a huge game. It's a big game for us. I'm a little bit nervous about it, I can't lie. Haaland, welcome to Arsenal. Oh, man. Odegaard, man, come on, get him in. You play in the Norwegian national team with him and have a word. But listen, the table looks good, but we have to make it look even better. I keep saying it. For Arsenal to win this Premier League title, I think we need to open up a big points gap on Manchester City. I think as long as Man City are close to us, if they're 4, 5, 6 points away from us, they're always going to think they can catch us. They're always going to feel like they can get us. If we can win today, turn it to 8, and if we can beat them on Wednesday, then we're in an unbelievable position. But the table looks great. Table looks great. Mudryk, Mudryk had another poor game today, really. He does look lively. Felix, listen, I'm not going to harp on about it for too long. I think we should have signed João Felix. I don't know if people have heard this interview that João Felix has now said that, you know, he wouldn't be against signing for Chelsea on a permanent deal if he enjoys himself. So him, not, you know, the club not having the option to buy, if he goes there and loves it there, he's not going to want to go back to Simeone and play that, you know, that terrorist football. So it wouldn't surprise me. He's an absolute baller. I've got no doubt in my mind that we should have signed him. But listen, it's gone. It is what it is. You can just see when he's on the ball how classy he is. But listen, we need to do our job today, man. A man saying Felix is on holiday. Anybody that's got streams, feel free to put them in the chat. Obviously, it's a 3 p.m. kickoff in the UK, which means it's not televised over here. Absolute shambles, considering the amount of money you pay for Sky and BT and all that foolishness. So yeah, bear with us today, people. We've got the dot along down there if anybody can't find anything else, but I'll try and keep you up to date. I'm hoping my stream works well as well. We've got 12 minutes until kickoff. Just wanted to have a little look ahead. Just looking at our next few fixtures. After the Manchester City game, there's a the away games are always that little bit more tricky, I think. Brentford at home today. 3 games in the next 7 days. The manager's going to have to rotate, in my opinion. I don't think he can play the same starting 11 in those 3 games. We've been done a little bit by the fact that we play on Wednesday night and they threw us the early kickoff on Saturday, which that game, again, from the outside, you're looking at it, Unai Emery at 12:30 on Saturday. That game is going to be difficult as well. Some of you guys have got Peacock in America. Yeah, do you know what? I need to connect with someone who's got that so I can just watch it properly, man. You know what I mean? I need the link, man. I need the link. But big up to you, bro. But yeah, these next few games are going to be very tough. 3 games in 7 days. And he's going to have to rotate. And this is why I'm a little bit surprised he didn't rotate today, because I thought he may have changed it today to save people for City, because in reality he's going to have to go full strength against Man City as well. There's no way that he can, you know, rotate for that game. Felix looks a class above everyone. Definitely looks very good. 7 points at least from them games. Yeah, I mean, I think we've got to beat Manchester City. I'm putting it out there. I know it's Man City at home, and if we draw, if we drew against Manchester City, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But because this is the home game, and then we play them away in the second game, I feel like we've got to beat them in the home game. Because I think Pep, in their home game, will be saying, listen, we're going to get them. We're going to beat them. So I think we've got to put that psychological thing in their mind that, listen, you came to our ground and we beat you. And then we're coming to your ground with that confidence still that we can even beat you at your place. I just don't... If you offered me a draw on Wednesday against Man City right now, I wouldn't take it. I would not take it. I'm going to be honest. I might be a little bit greedy here, but I think to win the Premier League, we need to beat Manchester City in this home game and put them on the back foot. Things are piling on top of them right now. We need to add some pressure to them as well. I'm being greedy here, people. I remember the DMX song, Stop Being Greedy, the gift to the needy. You know what I mean? Big tune, but listen, I want to go 3-point collecting. But listen, Wednesday's Wednesday and Saturday. Let's do it. Hey, Snake Eyes is back, man. I see enough people bigging you up in the comments. Long time, bro. I don't know where you've been. Big up to you all. I'm in Turkey helping. Just wanted to drop in to ask you all. Pray for those folks here. Big up to you, bro. Keep up the great work. Definitely prayers to everyone in Turkey and Syria who's been affected by the earthquake, man. Big up to you, bro. Keep up the good work. And yeah, man, 100%. Everybody keep them in their prayers. We need to beat City at the Emirates, and to beat them or draw with them, take 4 points off City. Beat them at home. Draw away from home. There's a brilliant chance we win the title, in my opinion. And our game in hand, by the way, is Everton at home, which I think in the home game, I think we'll get the better of Everton. The away game, obviously it didn't go to plan. I think in the home game, we can definitely win that. Let's get into some of your comments. We got, 8 minutes till kickoff. Cam said, Big C, I need a lovely 3-0 to the Arsenal for my birthday. I don't think it will be, but we want a comfortable one. I hope so. We need to score early today. Let's focus on this game. Because let me tell you something. Today's result will have a big effect on that Manchester City game. If we win today and play well, we can't wait for that Manchester City game. We're desperate for it. If we lose or draw, all of a sudden that Man City game looks like an absolute nightmare. So this result today will have a massive effect on what happens in that game. So we need to win today. Don't mess about. So we'll see. I need to get a Twitter, Curtis. I have the Peacock hookup too to help with future streams. People, anyone who's got the Peacock hookup, if you're not on Twitter, CurtisShawTV@hotmail.com. Hook me up, please, people. Community. We play on... we got a 3 o'clock kickoff, not next week, the week after as well. Against Leicester, I believe. So that if you're not on Twitter, CurtisShaw9 on Twitter. CurtisShawTV@hotmail.com if it's an email thing. Somebody in America, please sort me out with that Peacock hookup, man. Because these 3 PMs are hard work, trust me. I'm going through the mill. I've got 2 screens on here, hoping that one of them stays on. But big up to you. Yeah, Hotmail, I'm old school, man. I ain't even got a Gmail account. I've had these email addresses for a while, man. The good old Hotmail days, man. I'm still there. USA, hook me up, people. Wasim said, Big C, we're all joining Odegaard and doing a North London Forever sing-along. Remember, though, didn't he say he closes his eyes and then opens them and stares at his captain's armband? You know, that tune still hasn't resonated with me, I can't lie, but if we win the league, I'll sing it shamelessly as we win the title. Don't worry about the shameless watch along. Check my PFP. Hey, big up Usman, bro. Oh, that profile pic is a disgrace. Harrison, yeah, I do have a VPN. I've got one, man. Surfshark thing. Still on the MSN hype. Remember them days? Nearly 3,000 of you in the chat, people. Big up everyone on Twitch as well. 52 of you on Twitch. And we are 5 minutes from kickoff, people. And I'm a little bit nervous today. I don't know why. I'm not usually that nervous when we play at home. Especially when it's a team outside of the so-called Big Six. But this is going to be a tough game today. Subscribe to Curtis Shaw Clips. Big up yourself, bro. Make sure you follow on there, man. We're cooking on there now, people. Getting a nice little bit of momentum on there. And the TikTok account, I still haven't launched it yet because I'm trying to get the Curtis Shaw TV account. Somebody's got that address and doesn't upload on there. So hopefully I'll get it. Yeah, we had a bit of an R&B stream yesterday, man. It was pure vibes and singing on there yesterday. You know, it was R&B tunes all over the place. I think it was Tyrese, Jaheim. We was all sorts going off. Zamir said, I hope Somali, said, I hope Ben Mee doesn't smoke as like the other Burnley boy did last week. Who was that? Tarkovsky won it, yeah. Zamir said, if we don't beat City at the Emirates, the league is gone. Ooh. I wouldn't go as far as that, but I definitely think we've got to clip Man City on Wednesday. If City come to us on Wednesday and we beat them, and we're 8 points clear on the same games, assuming we both win this weekend, yeah, I think they'll be on the back foot big time. Big up to you, Zamir. Scarrett said, congrats to his son Kai, who told me I'm going to be a granddad come August, baby Gooner. Let's go. Another one to the community. Arsenal family, let's go. Big up your damn self. See, we're going to be celebrating this summer, people. Titles, you know, we're adding to the community. Go on tour. You know, Shaw on tour will be back, I'm sure, at some stage in the summer, depending on where Arsenal actually go on tour, you know. But yeah, man, 2 minutes till kickoff. The players are in the tunnel, people. Martin Odegaard's probably listening to North London Forever. It's prediction time. Listen, Magic Mike told you, man, it's prediction time, people. You've seen the team lineups. Arsenal lineup unchanged from the previous league game. Ramsdale, White, Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, Xhaka, Partey, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Eddie Nketiah. Turner, Tierney, Holding, Kivior, Tomiyasu, Vieira, Jorginho, Trossard, and Dewberry on the bench, people. Raya, me, Ajer, Pinnock, Norgard, Henry, Rasmussen, Janel, Jensen, and Buemo, and Ivan Toney. Hickey, Shade, De Silva, Wissa, Zanka, Potter, Damsgaard, Baptiste, and Cox on the bench, people. That is their squad. Who is going to win this game today? I'm going for 3-1 to the Gunners. I'm going for 3-1 to the mighty table-topping Gunners, people. Big game. Tipper Irie, yeah, man. Tipper, did you know Arsenal made a tune? No, I didn't even know that. Big up man like Tipper, though, man. 3-all, 2-0. 3-1. 2-1 says Liam. We always concede at home. Yeah, we always tend to concede a sloppy goal at home, don't we, for some reason. Hopefully not today. Eddie better take his chances. He needs to. He definitely needs to today. I think, he hasn't scored in the last 2 games, which, listen, it isn't a lot, but we definitely need him to score today if we're going to win. I want to see Martinelli perform today. Martinelli's had a quiet few games. Sign the new contract. You don't want people to start throwing shade at you and saying, oh, he signed the new deal, now the form's dropped, you know. So I'm hoping for a top performance from Martinelli today. I'm going for a 3-1 win, people. I'm going for a 3-1 win. Let's just get this. We're about to kick off. Oh, there's a few games on, actually. There's a few games on. Tottenham against Leicester, Palace against Brighton. Check your email. Big up, Herbert. Thanks very much, bro. I will check that. What's going on here? The game is underway, people. The game is underway. Where's my timer? What is going on here? Right, there we go. I'll be about 5 seconds behind. Arsenal against Brentford. We are underway, people. Can we go 3-point collecting? I'm going for a 3-1 win to the Gunners. I'd like to think we wouldn't concede, to be honest. But I'm not fully confident that we won't. Goal kick to Arsenal early on. Keep us updated in the comments with other scores as well, people. Mr. Bus Driver, our walkout song should be Rise to the Occasion, Sizzler. Listen, they're not ready for that kind of smoke. Rise to the... Nah, they're not ready for them high notes, man. It's way too much. It's way too much. Big up, Mr. Cool. Alfred, big up for the email. I just emailed you the Peacock login. I hope the boys win today, really. Big up yourself, bro. I will go into the emails now. And hopefully this all works for me. I've got one on at the moment, so I'll try and keep you locked as well. Nathan's checking in on vacation mode. Big up yourself, bro. Enjoy the vacay. Them high notes, man. You know them high notes are serious, people. You know them high notes are serious. Big up Timmy, man. Gunnar Paul in Bermuda. Game is underway. Arsenal keeping the ball. Xhaka on it. Goes out for a goal kick. Come on, boys. I hope my stream is actually up to date. I bet some of you are probably ahead of me, to be honest. So hopefully we keep up to date with this one. Then big tunes there is Eddie. Come on, we're on the attack here. Can we get an early goal? We need an early goal, people. Hey, penalty spot. Big up yourself, bro. Hope you're well. Hope you are well. Big game. Anyone who's got a link, share it in the chat, people. Share it in the chat. I know there's a lot of people looking for a stream to watch it. Some of you have said it's 30 seconds behind. Ben White on the overlap. Streaming is like 2 minutes behind, but it's cool. Don't worry about it, man. We'll make it work, people. We'll make it work. Thomas Partey on the ball. I want us to, and we need to win today. We need to win. I'm 15 seconds behind, Emma. I think I am up to date, but I think maybe I clicked it a little bit late. I want to see Saka and Ben White linking up today. Ben White, the last couple games, man, he's been moving, not overlapping enough, in my opinion. Can we get an early goal and get this game sorted? I've got double screens running here. I'm moving like Sky Sports newsroom today, people. Got screens all over the place. Peacock's delayed a little bit as well. As long as we can see what's going on, that's all that matters, you know. Is the dot along thing at the bottom working? What's going on with this? Dot along's not even working as well at the bottom. I'm gonna have to sort that out. Arsenal on the attack here. Eddie on the ball. Big C, where's Fran? I want to see him post match. Bro, at the moment he's really concentrating on his crypto channel at the moment. Yeah, I don't think he's doing too much football stuff at the moment. So I'm not sure where he is today. Yeah, a lot of people putting streams in there, people, if you're looking for one. I think I'm about 10 seconds behind on mine. I'm just in the 4th minute. We started all right, keeping the ball all right, passing around nicely at the back. Big up African Giant. I'm absolutely flabbergasted at these decisions. Even Peter Walton, that coddles refs, came out and said it was a disgrace. I don't know how that handball wasn't given, bro. I just... do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I've lost all faith with refereeing and VAR in this country. It's finished. It's finished. We are one of the worst in the world at VAR. I don't know. I've got no idea why. It's a simple procedure. Watch the replay and give the right decision. And whoever's giving the decisions, they're clueless. VAR in this country is corrupt as anything. Why it doesn't work, I'll never know. Brentford were on the attack there. Jeez, we need to be careful here. They could have scored then. We're moving mad. I told you Brentford are dangerous. They'll go for us. They're not just going to sit back behind the ball. Could have been 1-0 down there. Slow start for Arsenal. That David Raya, we was actually very much in for him before Ramsdale joined us. Playing ourselves into trouble. Not keeping the ball well enough now. I told you, man, they need to wake up a little bit. Oh, the dot along is working now. It went off. It's come back. Brentford look confident on the ball, man. You can see this is a team, and they're on the attack again. You can see this is a team that have been winning games. They're not here just to make up the numbers. I genuinely don't know some of these Brentford players, like Janelt and that. Like, obviously I've heard of them, but I don't know a lot about them. I mean, they're just seeing the replay there of that cross. Ball got whipped. It Saliba at the near post should have stopped it going across the penalty area. We've started sloppy here, people. We've definitely started sloppy. We could have been a goal down there. Good play by Ramsdale. Blocks the cross. It's a poor bit of defending. You have to get a defender at the near post. We're on the attack now, though. Martinelli, left-hand side. Slowed down. See, again, I'm telling you, with Martinelli not having that overlap, it's difficult. They've changed formation today as well, which is interesting. They're playing a back three. So they've packed the midfield because I think they know that Arsenal do well when they get space in the middle of the park. When we get pressed, look at last week, we got pressed in midfield. Totally different team. Hope we haven't lost the passion and fight. It's a corner to Arsenal. It was a good pass by Odegaard, man. That was better from Odegaard. Much better. That's like the Odegaard we needed last week. Brentford are very direct. They're not going to pass the ball about too much, that is for sure. Need to steamroll these teams. That's the sign of champions. Brentford team. Yeah, trust me, man. A lot of these Brentford players, I don't even know. Genuinely, I couldn't tell you how good a lot of these guys are. I just know they're a very strong unit. Saka on the ball, right-hand side. Can we score early? Need to step it up a little bit. It's mad, though, because earlier in the season, we were starting games very quick. And now I feel like we're starting games a little bit slow, and then we grow into the game. Xhaka, sloppy there. No one is steamrolling Brentford. I mean, we popped them at their place, to be honest. But since then, they've been pretty solid. Shot off target. Goalkeeper's got the ball. And they play out Brentford. Ben Mea's got a mistake in him. Yeah, he's getting on in. He must be about 30, 32 now. Something like that. Burnley, former Burnley player. He's solid, but Zinni's shot went way over. Good point there, Nathan. Are the same 11 playing too much football? That could be a problem. Lack of rotation. Look at that Manchester City squad. How much it changes from game to game. Them players are probably a lot less tired than we are. So, yeah, we maybe aren't rotating enough, you know. But does he trust his squad enough? Trossard should have started. Arsenal on the attack. Martinelli left-hand side. Got Zinni with him. Can we get that goal? Start the game sharp. And once Europa League comes back as well, exactly, it gets even more difficult. You can't win a title when you're just relying on 11 players. You've got to trust some of the other players as well. Partey on the ball. I just hope Partey can finish the whole 90 minutes. Because he's been unreliable recently coming off. Let's have a look at this. We're putting them under a bit of pressure now. Odegaard needs to get inspiration from physical 100. I'm having a bad feeling about this, specifically losing to Everton. Like I said, and that Everton one is going to be the benchmark for everyone now. That's how you play against Arsenal, isn't it? Physical, put players behind the ball, go direct, put crosses in. That's what they're going to do. Every team's going to try and do that to us now. And make life difficult. We're not passing the ball great at the moment. We're not passing it great. Yeah, no fake scores in the chat, people. Just ruins it for people, you know. Keep us updated with any other scores as well. If I know Tottenham are playing, so let us know if anyone else gets a goal in that one. Brentford have possession. They're a strong team, man. They got some physical players. Could have been 1-0 down. Rubbish Big C, they've only been playing 1 day a week. I hear you. I hear you on that. I mean, we haven't been in Europe since what? November? But you still see a lot of teams rotating and we don't. We tend to pick the same lineup most weeks. And he doesn't seem to trust some of the players anymore. Yeah, I can see your messages, Haroon. Oh, Saliba. Free kick. Didn't even look like a foul. People saying no excuses. Big C, no excuses. We had a week to sharpen our yeah, it's a good point. We played Saturday 12:30, so we have had a decent break. I can't lie. We have had a decent break. That lineup being unchanged from Everton is a challenge from our... That's a good point. Maybe he said, listen, man, you guys go and fix what you messed up last week. And that is a good point. Maybe that is what he's doing and saying they need to produce a little bit more. I tell you what, we look a little bit shaky at the back, though. I know it was offside, but just seeing the replay, wasn't much of a foul. Another flat performance from the soil, but soft lads. Gabriel doing his best Slippy G impression. Got a bad feeling about this. We got to liven up. Here's Odegaard. Can he unlock the door for us in this game? We need him. These are games where he needs to turn up for us. At home, decent afternoons weather. Turn up for us today. I'm just looking to see the other scores in the other games. Are they? Oh, Tottenham are winning. Oh, we're not worried about them anyway. Expressions over there screwing, he can't find a link. It's tough times, man. I told you, these 3 PMs, it ain't easy, people. If you're watching me today thinking, how come I'm not as like on edge and reactive as normal? It's I've got 2 different streams at 2 different times of the game. So it's a bit mad. But we have got it, but it's not easy. We need to step up. The longer this game's 0-0, the more confidence Brentford will get. We're passing the ball all right, but just haven't created enough. Need to test this goalkeeper. Bentancur scored for Nando's. You see Martinelli trying, but he doesn't look his confident usual self. If Southampton get relegated, do you think Ward-Prowse would be available? We need a good free kick taker. I'd take him. Yeah, this is the calm watch along. Don't worry, Wednesday will be anything but calm. That is for sure. Here's Saliba on the ball. I mean, we're moving the ball well, but Brentford are pressing us, not making it easy for us, man. It's just a little bit too slow, I think. That's why we're not opening them up much. Calm unit today, for real. I mean, at least... Oh, it's sloppy, man. Ben White is getting on the overlap, but... Odegaard again in possession. We need Gabriel Jesus, yeah, definitely. We definitely need Gabby. Missing him. Brentford have the ball back. And we go again. Slow first 15 minutes, people. Can we get the goal? See how are you? Yeah, everything's good, man. Everything's good. We need Jesus. Yeah, I think we do as well. We're missing him, man. I know we've said it. Look, Eddie has done well, of course, but it's not the same when he's not in the team. Arsenal on the attack again. We're getting plenty of the ball. We're dominating possession. We're just not testing the goalkeeper enough. Big C on the bus home, judging by reaction, it looks like a poor game. Just a bit of a slow start. Unlucky there from Saka. But, yeah, we just need to step it up a bit. It's got to be quicker. These lot are a confident team right now. People have to understand. Brentford are not a little joke team. 4 wins in their last 5. Here's Zinchenko. Left-hand side. I mean, I'm looking at that replay of that Saka one there. Could that have been a penalty? I don't know if it's more of a coming together. Am I being biased here, people? That's a good bit of play. Nah, probably not. It's one of them in the middle of the pitch. You possibly get a free kick for that. Because his legs, because he gets the shot off, they'll let him get away with it. It's probably not enough to be a penalty. We can't be dropping points today. I tell you, these boys, they better fix up. Move the ball that little bit quicker. Would have been a pen if Saka played it. Arguably a penny didn't fall. I think once you get the shot off, the goalkeeper's, the referee's saying, well, you've had the advantage. You got the shot off. So you ain't getting a penalty for it. Matter of time, we'll score too many negative nannies. Listen, I think the last week, Wale, it's made us a little bit nervous, man. At the start of the season, we were consistently getting that early goal. So I think now, when we don't score early, we're like, yo, what's going on? But I think we'll be all right. Odegaard's getting on the ball a lot today, which is what we need. He's the one who can unlock the door for us, I think. We're on the attack again here. Martinelli goes back to Partey. Forced backwards, though. Willian has scored for Fulham, apparently. Willian! It's amazing how bad he was for us, isn't it, to be honest? Yeah, he's doing all right for Fulham. I saw his agent the other day saying he's being linked with a Champions League club. JW, hope you're all good, Big C. I'm good, bro. Thank you for the super chat. I'll be better if we win this game. Oh, Fulham are playing Forest, are they? Tough game for Forest. That Fulham are good at home. Brentford will be trying, and they are, to frustrate us. They're going to put people behind the ball. They're going to try and nick a counter-attack, try and beat us like that. We just got to be patient. Be patient, be patient. We'll get there. Willian apparently was a belter top corner. Willian did it on purpose. He was an agent, man. Oh, Ben White gives the ball away. It's a bit sloppy, the game. Game's a little bit sloppy at the moment. Zinchenko getting on the ball a lot. Odegaard getting on the ball a lot. It's when we get in these areas on the edge of the penalty area, we're struggling to get that final ball. That's what we're struggling. It's a corner to Brentford. This is where they're dangerous. Ivan Toney is a rich man's Mopé. He'll be looking to waste time and start fights. I think he's a lot better than Mopé. Someone will be putting that tweet out afterwards, probably. Nice kick about with the boys. Remember when he did that and then Gabriel put it back? 77% possession, but no clear chances. This is the thing now. Clubs respect us this season. In years gone by, these clubs would have come here, attacked us, left space, we'd get lots of chances. It's not the same now. We're not getting that. Uh-oh. Oof. Dangerous again, Brentford. Another corner. We got to be careful. Saliba looking dodgy, bro. This is a bit nerve-wracking. Another corner to Brentford. Set pieces will be a big chance for them. With they got some tall players in there. And Bremo's decent as well. They're on the attack. Oh, it's gone out. We got away with it. Jeez. Gotta be careful there. Willian scored a screamer, apparently. I'm telling you. I mean, Paul saying I'm watching the game HD in Romania. I don't know what it is. Something needs to be changed. Teams know what we're all about. I think, right, and I'm saying this. I think. Listen, I think we can still win this game, but I think sometimes you got to throw a little curveball to the manager. What I don't think is every time you play against Arsenal, you know what the starting 11 is and you can spend the whole week planning on how to deal with it. Sometimes I think you can throw a Trossard in there or do something a little bit different. And that's what I think, you know. I think we do. I think we've become a little bit predictable. Even though, you know, we are top of the league and clubs are struggling to live with us, I think we've become a little bit predictable, you know, and that's a little bit of a problem. Especially when you got young players. And now Martinelli's confidence looks a little bit lower than before. Brentford learnt a lot from the Everton game, I think so. Listen, we still look the better team going forward. It's just creating that clear-cut opportunity. Here's Saka. Forced backwards, though. Thomas Franklin will be happy with this. He'll take 0-0 at half-time. Leicester have equalised against Tottenham, which is always great. I don't know who scored. Martinelli misses Jesus. I think so as well. It's throwing to Arsenal. It's not a great game. Not going to lie. It's not a great game. Kimani said, facts, Curtis, we have many youths that will eventually drop in form. You think that as a young player, right, when you're playing, you're still figuring out your own game. You're understanding it's a corner to Arsenal. You're understanding how to play yourself. So there's times in the season you might have a little dip or, you know, you might need to come out of the team sometime. But listen, at the same time, listen, I'm saying all this. Sometimes when a player isn't playing well and you take them out of the team, you're damaging their confidence even more. And that could be the way Arteta's looking at it with Martinelli. He might be looking at it and saying, listen, Martinelli's not playing great, but I don't want to take him out and damage his confidence. I want to leave him in there and allow him to regain his confidence. So it could be that, you know, it could be that. He might be looking at it in that sense. Arsenal have the ball back. Corner broke down. We are not great at corners, are we? Don't often see Arsenal win a header and from a corner and test the goalkeeper. It often gets headed away, which is very frustrating, I've got to admit. But yeah, all great points. Well, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think so, Pat. I'd like to think so. I won't lie, Trossard makes us a different team. I think Trossard has that little bit of kind of that Smith Rowe thing as well. They're dribblers. They can play in tight spaces. I think Thomas Partey's hitting pigeons again, by the way. He's gone back to default mode. What was I saying? Yeah, Smith Rowe and Trossard. They're very good at getting out of tight spaces and playing. Oh, apparently Leicester have scored again. People saying 2-1 to Leicester. That's decent. That is decent. That's the most exciting thing in the game so far. 2-1 to Leicester. Come on, let's go. Brentford on the attack with Mbeumo. Left-hand side, got to be careful here. He's dangerous, by the way. Him and Ivan Toney up top. No, we've dealt with it. We're all right. Maddison scored. Oh, my days. Ivan Toney. Did I hit the bar? Did I hit the bar? Ivan Toney. What are we doing? Was that the post or the bar? I thought he saved it at the start, Rambo. I think he hit the bar. Oh, my day. What are we doing here? Yeah, it's bordering end the stream, Dave settings. Thomas Partey's hitting pigeons. Ivan Toney hits the bar. Maybe I had a bet on hitting the crossbar. Hit the bar, didn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Ah, dear. The team look a little bit short of confidence. Come on, man. He should have scored. Do you know what? I thought Ramsdale saved it. But then I realised, I don't know what we're doing here. I just don't understand how the performance is so flat. Should have been desperate to prove a point after last week. We're causing ourselves problems, giving the ball away sloppily as well. I mean, looking at the replay here again, look, I mean, do you know, I've just seen the replay now on the bigger screen. He didn't get anywhere near it. I was watching the other one on the little screen. I don't know how Ivan Toney misses that, by the way. He has to score that. The defending is shocking as well. It's a great ball from Toney into Mbeumo. Makes the run. He's got to score that. That is horrendous. Look at the little reverse pass. Bang. Takes our defence out. And Mbeumo pulls it back. I mean, if they score that, it's an outstanding goal. I don't know how he misses. It's actually a poor finish. It's the corner of the bar. Awful. We got to fix up. Got to wake up, people. We cannot afford to drop points. I don't care if Tottenham are losing or none of them. They're irrelevant to us, I'm afraid, at the moment. It's all about us and then Man City. If we don't win this game, I don't know. Why do we look short of confidence? Man City game, not the end of the world. We lost in the FA Cup. We played a weaker team. Everton, it was a bad day at the office. But you know what? I'm not going to get on their back. It doesn't matter how we win, just win. Bird said Tony's betting again 1,000 to 1 to hit the bar. Yeah, he's just cleaned up, man. His Sky Bet account's on fire right now. We've definitely got to wake up. This is where I need to see the leaders. The leaders of the group need to start leading, you know. Red card for Wolves, apparently. Lamina sent off. They just signed him as well. Half-time serious team talk needed. I'm telling you, they're going to need more than a bottle of Prime and some Jaffa cakes at half-time. Team needs to wake up. We need Trossard, something different. Missing Jesus badly. 100%. Even Toney there. Look at that play from Toney. Holds it up. It's just... When you got a striker that can do that, link. Be the link man. Connect it. It makes a huge difference to your two wingers. You look at Firmino over the years, how well he's done it. He just connects. He connects his wingers and his attacking midfielder to him. Eddie, and I'm not throwing him under the bus here because, listen, we know he's done pretty well since he's come into the team and he's bagged goals. But what he doesn't do great is connect. He's there. He's waiting for the chance. He can score, definitely, if he gets one. And I think, listen, it wouldn't surprise me if he scored today. But it's just that connector. We don't have it at the moment. And Jesus was providing that for us a lot. There were a lot of games where Jesus didn't score, and I was like, he was fantastic today. 8, 9 out of 10 in the ratings. So we're missing him. We are missing him. And this is why, for me, we should have signed João Felix, because you need another option. If Eddie's not at it today, what can you do? You can't take him off. For me, I think they'll have to do something different. It's a corner to Brentford. Maybe put Martinelli up front and try something else and put Trossard on the left. Well done, Edu, man. Well, I don't know, man. Let me not have a meltdown mid-game. It's a corner to Brentford. We're under pressure here. They should potentially be winning. They've had the best chance of the match so far. Hit the bar. Ivan Toney should have scored. I can't work this performance out from us. We do look scared because you know what? Right. Let me just see this corner and see what happens. When you are... The pressure and expectation makes things a lot different, trust me. Like, it takes such a mindset to win a title because you have to overcome so many hurdles. We expect you to win every week. Everyone makes life difficult for you and puts players behind the ball. It's not easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot to win a title. Brentford on the attack again. We got to be careful. Oh my days. We're under pressure here, by the way. They could have... Mbeumo. We're lucky to get away with that. They've got the ball back again. We can't keep possession. We can't. We do. Honestly, I know we do play once a week. And people will say, oh, because of once a week, we shouldn't be tired. They might be mentally a little bit fatigued as well. A lot of young players in a pressure situation. Sometimes you might just need a break, just pulling out. Brentford have the ball back in their own half, but they look dangerous, should I say. Brentford are growing into the game. That's what's frustrating me. We should have definitely brought in João Felix. I had this argument with Robbie, who's actually on that display picture. We were arguing about this for ages. About João Felix. I said all day long we should have signed him. He goes, oh, no option to buy. I said, it doesn't matter. He could win us the title. And listen, if he enjoys it, he ain't going to want to go back to Atletico. So you will probably end up with an option to buy him. As a big manager, you can't be worried about rotation. Some of these players should not have started. But we save wages. Oh, man. Listen. We're hanging on. We're actually hanging on. I don't understand what's going on. Little break in play here anyway, people. What we got going? Martinelli's on the floor. This isn't good. Could be Trossard on. Brighton are winning 1-0 apparently. Which doesn't surprise me. They're a very good team. Southampton are winning 1-0 against Wolves. Wolves down to 10 men. Carlos Alcaraz, I think that's one of their new signings. Leicester beating Tottenham. Mendy and Maddison. Bentancur scored. Fernando's. Palace, Brighton. Yeah, Brighton, I think, winning 1-0. Estupinan. Game's back underway, people. Oh, no, don't do that again, Latte. He said, I'll take a draw. Nah, bro. And I know last week I was saying no. But this is a home game, bro. It can't be. I can't accept it. If I seem a little bit flatter than usual today, people, it's because I got, it's a 3 o'clock kickoff. I got 2 streams on at different points in the game. So my reactions aren't as wild as usual. But don't worry, Wednesday will be back to full stretch. Snake Eyes, Arsenal not playing well. Brentford could be 3-0 up. Confidence is such a big thing in football. And Brentford look confident. They don't look like they're scared of us. They beat Liverpool in this run that they've had as well. So it's not like, oh, they're scared of big teams. They battered Man United this season. They beat Liverpool. They're coming here to beat us. So we need to do something different, man. Big up Shax. Big up Big Curtis Bloodclot Shaw. Big up yourself. If we lose, it's Latte's fault. Yeah, he can't be coming in with that, I'll take a draw. Not at home. Jesus is in the stadium. Yeah, great. It is great, but I need him on the pitch. AK said Saka's been found out. I can't go to that extent. I'm not saying he's been found out. Listen, there's going to be days he just got to be a little bit more unpredictable, but I don't think he's been found out. These are the days where you win the title. If you're going to win the league. At home, against Brentford, you're a little bit flat. And you leave this stadium with a 1-0, 2-0 win and grind it out. This is a very good football team we're playing against. That's what I think people have to understand. They're not a team on paper that we look at and think, oh, Brentford. In our head, we still look at them like little Brentford who've been in like the Championship and that for years. But they're a very good football team. Seriously, like they've got a very good manager, and this is a hard game. We're gonna have to be patient. Keep moving the ball, keep moving them, and hopefully we get the goal. Cormac said it was his birthday yesterday. Is it going to be a late present from Brentford, or could there be a shock on the cards? Oh dear. Let's hope Arsenal get the win. Oh, they're making me yawn, bruv. Yawn along. I'll be sleeping if this game carries on. Saka needs a 30 striker next to him, then you can fully appreciate him. I agree with you, bro. And listen, again, I'm sorry. I don't want to offend anyone with this. I know that Eddie's done well since coming into this team, but I still don't think he's the level that we need to win a title. Now, obviously, he's the second choice striker, so it's not the end of the world. But we are missing Gabby Jesus. Make no mistake about that. His touch, his ability to hold the ball up and create chances for people around him, it's priceless, honestly. When you've got two young wingers, I think people have to understand as well, we've got a very inexperienced front three in Saka, Martinelli and Eddie. They're all very inexperienced. So Jesus is that experienced one in the front three. It's just got that know-how. I know how to win the league. I know how to manage these centre-backs and link up with the wingers, you know. Brentford on the ball again here, people. And listen, I think we've got to find a way. Like I said, over the last couple of years, a goal kick to Arsenal. These clubs would have come to Arsenal and said, listen, Arsenal aren't that good, we'll attack them, leave space, and we'd probably open them up. They're now respecting us and going, okay, you're top of the league, I better defend properly and hit you on the counter-attack. And, shot off target there. Jeez, what are we doing? Brentford on the attack. I don't know what's going off today. I don't know what's going on with Saliba, by the way. Since the World Cup, I think his head's gone a little bit. I don't know if his confidence has been shattered by getting left out of the French squad, but I don't know what's going on. You look at the start of the season, or even 3 or 4 weeks, let's say when Jesus was in the team, we had partnerships all over the pitch that were working really well. Gabriel Saliba, Xhaka Partey, Odegaard links very well with Saka. Jesus links very well with Martinelli. And those partnerships don't seem to be there as much at the moment, which is the problem. You need partnerships on the pitch. Zinni on the ball. This game is giving me PTSD vibes of last season. Bro, they got to find a way. They got to find a way of winning. It's as simple as that. Big up Babatunde, man. It's the contract. That's what playing on his mind. What, Martinelli, you think? Oh, you'd saying Saka and... Oh, Saliba. Saliba contract. You've got to remember, a lot of these players, they've never been in this situation. Saliba's been at Marseille. PSG win that league by about March. A lot of these guys haven't been in title races. What you can't do is feel sorry for yourself. You've got to find a way. Yo, Big C, shout out from West Coast, USA to my homie D-Rock on the East Coast. Big up to Pat, big up. Same lineup every week. We need to mix things. Definitely, man, definitely. Sometimes you got to do something else. Make a change at half-time and do something different. Thomas Frank is a good manager. He's done a good job at Brentford. Yeah, I can see him ending up at one of the big 6 clubs. He's a very good manager. Alfred, big up with the super chat. Arsenal are on the attack now. Zinchenko keeps dropping into that midfield, but we're not hurting them. Ball given away already. Alfred, thanks for the super chat, bro. My issue with Arteta, is Arteta will do a like-for-like sub instead of bringing on Trossard to add to the attack. He will take an attacker off with the same formation. Are we becoming a little bit too predictable in what we do? We know our starting lineup. We know that Trossard will probably come on for Martinelli. We know Tomiyasu might come on for Ben White. Are we just becoming that little bit too predictable in that you know what we're going to do and plan for it? Corner to Arsenal, by the way. Vivek said, Curtis, bro, help me. I'm depressed with Potterball. It was, I watched that game today. I actually thought Chelsea played quite well. They just didn't finish them off. I still think they need a top quality striker, but I think the Premier League's a write-off for Chelsea this year, isn't it, really? They're 9th, 10th in the league. Corner taken short is Odegaard. Come on. 5 minutes till half-time. Can we get a goal? Started all the way again. Even if you look at it, do you know what? It's not a coincidence, right? Look at Granit Xhaka over the last few weeks as well. Start of the season, kept getting in the area. We're calling him, that Gundogan role. Even he hasn't been quite as effective in the last few weeks. I just think that we're not moving up the pitch in quite the same way at the moment. It was all quick and instinctive and precise a few weeks ago. Now it's like, give it me. I'll have a touch. I'll have a look. Can I go forward? No, I'll give it to him. And it's all very rigid, you know. They're trying. I'm not for 1 second criticising the team in terms of their effort. They're definitely trying, but we just need a goal. We just need a goal. If you score early against these teams, it forces them to open up a little bit more and attack because they have to try and get a goal back, and then you can pick them off. But while it's 0-0 and stuff like that, they can sit back and defend and wait for their opportunity, you know. Come on, they're professional footballers, all these excuses. No, but I'm just saying we're up against a good team. We're not up against. These are not easy to beat. They haven't lost in 9 games. And I think you've got to remember, a lot of these players experienced heavy loss last year by losing out on top 4. And they've lost their last 2 games. So now it's about showing that spirit and determination that we've grown up from that and we can deal with it. Reaction said we needed sign-ins. Mudryk and Felix would have been balling. Listen, man, I mean, I can't keep saying it. Can't keep saying it. I said it before, I say it again. I don't think the January window did enough to help us, but let's see. Tony is bullying Saliba. There's a lot of know-how and experience with Ivan Toney. He come from League 2. He's played in them dirty leagues, man, where you know how to hold the ball. Some big centre-back on your neck. You know what I mean? And you're holding him off. Saliba's a young pup to Ivan Toney, you know. No, not in terms of his ability. Just in terms of that know-how and ability to hold the ball up. Goal kick. Shot wide there by Martinelli. Listen, we got Man City on Wednesday. We got to play a lot better than this. A lot better than this. Zinni gives no overlaps. At the end of the day, RP, I was talking about this the other day. He's being instructed to do that by the manager. So it's like, we can't even blame him. I can't blame Zinchenko and say, well, you don't overlap Martinelli. I don't think the manager wants him to overlap him, which creates a difficulty for Martinelli because he's effectively up against the right back and a right winger. We're moving the ball a little bit better there, but we just can't create a big opportunity. Should have done better there, Martinelli. Should have done better. That's half a chance. This is my biggest problem with Martinelli, is that end product. He's got to start scoring goals. To me, and listen, I'm glad that we got him signed to a new contract, but if you're on £180,000 a week for 5 years as a winger, you've got to be bagging goals. Do you know what I mean? For 180 bags a week. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's not bad. The technique was quite nice, left foot. It's not easy, but he's got to become a bigger goal scorer. The wingers nowadays are like strikers. We're on the attack here. Here's Eddie. Eddie has not been involved in this game enough. We've got to get him on the ball more or create a chance. Even the crowd seems a bit more withdrawn today. Come on, can we get a goal before half time? Latte said, it's Everton, it's the Everton match, Emirates edition. I'm scared. Bro, please don't do it. Big up with the super chat. I can't. Losing to Man City in the FA Cup 6 changes, I was disappointed, but I can get my head around it, right? Losing to Everton was bad. It's took me a week to get over that. Man City potentially being banned and losing to Tottenham, they got away with it. They can't get away with this. They can't. I don't know what Eddie was doing there, by the way. He's just running down. He will run into a brick wall, Eddie. I'm sorry. He reminds me of Walcott. They don't lift their head up and they just run into people. It's so frustrating. Arsenal therapy tomorrow. Nah, please, no. Please. Can't be doing therapy in a Man City week. Dre said, Big C question. Why can't Arsenal seem to be effective? Why can't Arsenal seem to effectively clear their box? It's been like this for years. Yeah, it's the kind of defenders you've got in it. There is a skill in it, Ball gets whipped into the box. Can the defender clear the ball properly and clean? There's a few positions like that, you know. Apart from Gabriel, when we win a corner, I'm almost like there's no way we're going to... I mean, yeah, they're showing the Eddie thing. They can just roll it out wide and get in the box. You're crossing it to no one. Listen, 45 minutes gone. Very frustrating first half. How long's added on? 2 minutes? It's been a boring game, by the way. Let me not cap. Same lineup, same style of play. You've got to have more than one way of winning a game. It can't always be pass, 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 pass. And if you are going to pass, move the ball quick. It needs to be quicker. We look like we're feeling sorry for ourselves a bit. The one positive, people, the one positive, it's 0-0. We're at home. Arteta needs to earn his bread at half-time. Again, I keep saying this at half-time. Go and earn your bread. Eddie again. He is not playing well today. I'm sorry. He's not. Eddie, the last few games, his levels have dropped. I was speaking to somebody the other day. He's a Man United fan and we was having a debate. And he was like, when Eddie don't score, he don't do nothing. And I was like, I think that's a little bit too much, but I get the point. I get the point. If he doesn't bag and get chances, I don't think he offers you a great deal. Here's Martinelli on the ball. Come on. Can we get a goal before half-time? Eddie's greedy, man. Seriously, he's desperate for the goal. I like strikers to be a bit selfish, but at the right time, you know? Half-time whistle goes, people. Half-time whistle goes. Arsenal 0. Brentford 0. Poor first half. Have to step it up. I'm going to get the half-time tweet out. Too slow in possession. Struggling to create a big chance. Need to step up a gear and bring on subs at the right time. Big 45 coming up. Listen, let me tell you something. If we do not get this right in the second half, we're in big, big trouble. Let me not cap. If we don't get this right in the second half, we are absolutely on the ropes like Ultimate Warrior back in the day, people. The last bit of good news, though. Leicester are beating Tottenham 3-1. Iheanacho, was it? Yeah, Iheanacho. But that doesn't even really cheer me up that much. I can't lie, because you know they're not in the race that we're in. They're trying to get top 4. We're trying to win the title. I don't want to be too down on the team, but I'm struggling to understand what I'm watching a little bit when I'm watching us. I mean, you look at the stats we've had 70% possession. 70% possession. But only 1 shot on target. 3 shots off target. They've had 1 shot and 3 off target. We're not creating enough. We've got loads of the ball. But listen, let me add some balance. At least it's 0-0. And I know that doesn't sound like a massive positive, but we are lucky that it's 0-0 because Ivan Toney's had the best chance of the game. I don't know how he missed. Hits the crossbar after a good bit of play. Saliba looks like he wants to have a scrap with him, but I don't think that's his way of winning the battle against Ivan Toney. You would probably more want Gabriel to be having the physical fight with him, but he's obviously chosen him. And this is one thing I always say: any young striker, right? If you're playing up against 2 defenders, go and play on the one that you think is easier for your style of football to damage, right? That's what you should do. He would have turned up today and gone, right, Saliba, big lad, but, you know, he doesn't really want the fight. He wants to stand off, win the ball back, Gabriel's the one that wants to have a scrap. And I think Tony has picked Saliba and he said, listen, with my physicality, with my aggression, I can make life difficult for him. And he has. I don't want to single out players too much, but there are a few players in this team who are not playing at a level that they should be still in the team. 1 or 2 bad games in a row, you can accept that. 3 or 4, you should be getting dropped. If we've got a decent replacement there. Again, I don't think Martinelli's playing great. I don't think Zinchenko's been that good today. He's getting on the ball a lot, but not doing nothing. We just look very lackluster. I think we're relying on Odegaard too much to create now. Not even trying to be police, but why isn't Tony banned? His case has been delayed, and it obviously evidence and all of that. I think it's going to be in the next couple of weeks, says Usman. Diego, big up Big C. Champions find a way to scrape a W from this scenario. You are spot on. Win this game 1-0. We sit here tomorrow, we say, oh, we didn't play well, but we won. We're 8 points clear. Over to you, City. You draw this game or lose this. Honestly, it ain't happening. It ain't. I'm telling you now, it's not as clear as if we don't win today, we don't win the league. We could lose today or draw and win the league. But we need to win today. We have to win today. You know? We can't feel sorry for ourselves and say, oh, but teams come here and just park the bus and put people. That's what happens when you're top of the league. Because now they respect you. They're paying you that homage. Klopp used to say it all the time. Our teams come to Anfield and park the bus. They don't even try and score. But most of the time, they would find a way of breaking them down. Once you score 1, they have to come out of the traps, try and equalise. You can pick them up, pick off the gaps. That's when you can go and get the 2nd and the 3rd and maybe even the 4th. But let's get one thing clear. I don't think we've played particularly well today. 70% possession does not mean that we are playing well. Yeah, we're dominating the ball. Brentford are sitting off us because they know we're very good on the ball. But we've got to do a lot more. We have to do a lot more. That first half is not going to win you a title. Keeping the ball looking pretty, and so what? Brentford had 30%. They've had the best chance of the match. They've hit the bar. They should be 1-0 up. Eddie, for me, not at it. Doesn't do enough when he doesn't score. This is his 3rd game in a row where he hasn't played particularly well. But guess what? You can't take him out of the team because who are you going to replace him with? For me, and I'm genuinely saying this, I'd have no problem with Trossard coming on for Eddie. You either play Trossard central or you move him to the left and you put Martinelli in the middle. Because I don't think today Eddie is having a very good game. He's not doing a lot. He got in positions there he should have just passed. He's shooting when the shot's not on. There's a desperation that I've got to score. I've got to keep scoring. And you actually don't. You've got to pick your moment as a striker. Don't just get it and shoot. There's a defender a yard in front of him just blocking the shot. And I want to see Arteta do something different. You can't always just go him off for him off for him. It's predictable. Mix it up a little bit. Scalacci, still have nightmares about him. Why is Eddie playing with such an attitude and throws his arms up like Mesut did? We look lethargic, no big chances created. I mean, listen, Eddie's probably being made to feel even bigger than what he is as a player. Eddie's sitting here now going, I'm on 100 bags a week. The fans have got a song about me. The manager loves me. There's no other striker on the bench. So if I have a bad game, I'm not coming off. Jesus is still weeks away from coming back. He's living the high life, bro. Of course he's throwing arms up. What are you going to do? You're going to take me off? Who are you taking me off for? You ain't got another striker. But he still should take him off. Because Trossard has played up front for Brighton this year. Martinelli, I'm convinced, can play up front. So, I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm a little bit concerned in both penalty areas. Attacking, it feels like we're just relying on Odegaard to create a chance. Martinelli and Saka look very predictable. And then defensively, Saliba looks like he's getting a little bit bullied by Ivan Toney. There's a lot of know-how there. Listen, top strikers don't purely rely on service. Sometimes top strikers, you've got to come and get the ball, make something happen. Turn, get a shot off. Give it, get in the box. You've got to do more. Just got to do a little bit more. Now, he has done well since he's come in the team, but he's got to... How good are you when you're not playing well? I remember coach always said this to me. How good are you when you're not playing well? When you're good, yeah, players are up there, they're living the high life, everything works. When you're not good, how far do your standards drop? The best players, when they're not having a great day, they don't fall far below their top performances. And I just think some of our players, when they're not at it, they drop too much. This is a big 45 minutes for the club, very big. What happened to Martinelli taking on his man, says Izzy? He's struggling, man. 2-on-1 situations are hard for him. And he's suffering a little bit. He definitely is. Big up Snake Eyes, bro. He said, Saliba needs to man up and get his head in the game. Relax, people. I spoke with Arteta, and like Odegaard, I believe we will win because whatever Arteta says always happens. Yeah, that's a good point. I need to remember that. Arteta said in the press conference, we're going to win. And Odegaard said he believes whatever he says. So let's go along with it. Let's speak it into existence. If we don't win this game, boy, I'm telling you, there's going to be meltdowns. The Iceman Burkamp, we just need the 3 points from here on in. 3 months left. We played all the pretty stuff the first half of the season. And you're right. You're right. You are right. Season starts in the summer. You're fresh. You're full of energy. You've had your summer break. Go and play all your pretty football. Bop, bop, score. As you get into them latter stages of the season, grind out wins. You might have another 7 games like this season where it's not pretty. It's not nice to watch. You don't want to watch the highlights. But you just look and you go, oh, they won 2-0. All right, cool, tick. Tick that one off. Just tick. This has to be a tick today. Where we're sitting here tomorrow, player ratings, and I'm like, do you know what? Average performance. Who cares? Just tick it off, go to the next one. And that's what top teams do. You'll have loads of days like this. Brentford put players behind the ball. They've made life difficult. They've sprung counter-attacks on us. You've got to understand how to deal with that. They've got to have different tempos. I feel like we're playing the game at quite a lethargic tempo. It's easy to manage. When Brentford actually get the ball, they're exploding. And Mbeumo's running. Tony's running. He's bullying. We've got to step the speed up when we actually get the ball. Play a little bit quicker. Alfred, let's be real. This is not a game for Xhaka. Bring on Trossard to play that role. It will help Martinelli a lot more of a goal threat in that role. Ideally, that number 8 role, I mean, would he bring Trossard on there? It would have been ideal for Smith Rowe, possibly that. Xhaka's having a few... He's another one. The last few weeks, not quite as potent. You know, a few weeks ago, getting forward, he was really at it. At the moment, it's not really happening, but let's just win the game, man. But I hear you, it doesn't suit Xhaka. Only thing looking decent is White's overlap. Need to swap him for Tommy. Out of the box shooter, another thing. In games like this, do we get the ball out of our feet often enough and just pull the trigger? 25 yards, just hit it. Deflection, anything can happen. Frank Lampard, how many times you watch games back in the day? Lampard would just hit it, get a deflection off a defender's leg into the bottom corner. You know, we don't shoot. We don't shoot. You're right. We don't shoot enough. We're looking for the perfect goal. So, we said before the game I was nervous. Listen, I'm not having a meltdown. I'm not having a meltdown. I'm not shouting. I'm not furious. I'm disappointed at the lack of reaction in the performance. Mikel said in the press conference, you know, they all sat down, they all spoke about it, and they watched the highlights of the game. I'm expecting a performance and a reaction. Even if it was 0-0 and we hadn't scored, I want to see that intensity again. Play with that intensity. I think Brentford will be sitting in that dressing room going, it's a good 45, that. Do you know what I mean? They didn't really create much. They don't look like they're creating many chances. They look quite predictable. And they feel like they can cause us a problem going forward. So it's a tricky one. I'm trying to stay calm. I'm trying. I'm just disappointed with the lack of reaction and tempo. I've got to be honest. Killer Ice Lollies, big up with a super chat. The league won't be won or lost in the manner we're expecting. Expect lots of twists and turns. You're right. You're right. In reality, we expect us to win, and just climb that hill and lift up that trophy. In reality, we'll draw a game, we'll lose a game, we'll win a few games. City will lose, then City will win, and it'll probably end up all the way till May, this title race, to be honest. Liam said we need a Cazorla or Cess, someone who shoots. Odegaard really shoots. The frustrating thing with Odegaard is he actually can shoot. He's got a nice left foot. But we don't shoot enough from outside the penalty area. We're always looking to pass. Saka can shoot. Ice Age said, yep, it's the pressure, Big C. We might not see armpits in May. Well, listen, we know it's not a foregone conclusion, is it? This is going to be a very difficult title race. We're going up against the best Premier League team of the last decade. You know, they're not at their very, very best at the moment. We know that, but they're a machine. They've got a robot up front who scores goals for fun. He's probably going to get 40 league goals this season. It's not a joke. You know, you ain't going to win this league easily. And we're finding that out today. And teams respect us more now. So they come in here and putting, 10 players behind the ball and saying, all right, try and break us down. And that's what we got to figure out if we're going to win this league. Big up to everyone tuned in. 3,700 of you. Amazing support. 67 of you on Twitch. Big up the whole C unit. Like the video. Let's get 2,500 likes. It's a tough game to watch. But let's, push the team on to victory, hopefully. Don't forget to follow the Curtis Shaw Clips channel as well on YouTube. No doubt there'll be clips on there today and tomorrow. Big up to everyone who has subscribed. Vegas Gunner, Xhaka has slowed down a lot the last few games. We need a threat in his position. We're underway, by the way, people. Second half is underway. This is a huge 45 minutes for this football club. Let me tell you that. We're going to have lots more of them this season, but this is massive. We need a threat in his position. That's what I mean. A midfielder that can run, which, again, I'm sorry to go back on it again, but this is why, for me, Jorginho was not the right midfielder. We should have signed a midfielder that could run. We should have got a midfielder that could run as well, but it is what it is. Gibson, Big C, what's our plan B? Explain to me, please. Seems we have one tactic. Bro, our plan B is... I don't know what the plan B is. I don't know if we have a plan B. Let's be real. Do we have a plan B? I'm still trying to figure it out. Bring on Ben White. Bring off Ben White for Tomiyasu. I think that's our plan B. No changes at half-time. I didn't expect it from Arteta. He just doesn't like making subs at half-time for some reason, but Jorginho was a great signing. Did you see his stats? Listen, let's not go there with all that. Free kick to Brentford. This game could quite easily end up just 1-0. A dual 1-0. We just got to make sure it's 1-0 to us, 1-0 to the Arsenal. Big second. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about this second half. I just hope that these boys can react to what we did. And they're attacking already. We need more inspiration. Bro, it's the frustration. I know, you're right. You're right. Here's Martinelli in possession. And listen, one thing he's got now, he's got a couple of players on the bench that can change things. We can bring on Trossard. We can bring on Jorginho. He's signed him for a reason. Maybe this is a game he could get on the ball and keep it ticking. I don't know. Here's Ben White on the right-hand side for Arsenal. Massive 45 minutes in our season. Throwing down this right-hand side. I have no patience with Jorginho, Chelsea reject. I know, and that's the difficulty with signing him. The fan base will turn on him real quick because we don't look at him as one of our players. But, it's a corner to Arsenal. Come on. 2 minutes into the second half. Can we get an early goal? Little Gabriel header would be nice. Ben White overlapped. Yeah, he's overlapped a couple more times today, more than the Everton game. I think we was under a lot more pressure in that game, so he really didn't get forward at all in that game. But a good start. Better start. Here's Martinelli. Oh. Brentford win it back. We got to press them high, man, and put them under pressure. R&B stream was killing me. Big up for you, Steady Entertainment. Big up, Anasimos. Big up to you, bro. The R&B stream was a good one yesterday, I can't lie. Don't understand why we have reverted to being crossing it. We do that, don't we? We used to do that last year. When we can't find a way, we get it out wide and whip crosses in. But we're not great in the air. That's the problem. Hey, Brandon, big up. Big up. Big C just found out his wife's pregnant. Can we get a shout out, bro? Her name is Annie. This team better start getting that passion that Mikel is talking about. Big up to you, bro. Big up, Brandon. Hitting the target. And, yeah, man, big up. Another gooner on the way to the community, man. Big up. Keep shooting. Who just said that? Yeah, man, keep shooting, people. That's what we got to do. Hit the target. Put this goalkeeper under pressure. We're top of the league. They shouldn't be coming here and just having a calm first half like that. We started the second half a little bit better. More possession. Well, we had a lot of possession, but a little bit more intensity to the second half. Corner again for Arsenal. Come on. We need the goal. We need the goal. I'm trying to, project some positivity to the team. Come on. That was a frustrating first half. I still had a bit of PTSD from the Everton game. Saka's shot was saved at the near post. Corner to the Gunners. Can we get that first goal? I'm convinced if we go 1-0 up, we'll win the game. Because if Brentford have to attack, I don't think they'll be able to deal with us. Because they'll leave spaces for us to go and get them. But the longer it's 0-0, they can sit back and it makes it more comfortable for them, That's the problem. We have to make them uncomfortable. Here's Saka. Come on, Arsenal. We're forced backwards, man. Sidon's back. He said, tell the world we are back. Look at this guy. We haven't seen him for weeks, But listen, we're all happy with the work you're doing today. 3-1 up against Nando's. So, we'll accept that. But we need to do our job. Sidon's back, man. He's disappeared for a while. Now they're winning a game. He's back. Big up yourself, though, bro. Big up yourself. Sidon is here. Shameless. It's shameless, but we're here for it. Here's Eddie for Arsenal. Come on, man. Can we create a chance? We need to create a big chance. I always feel we're better when we shoot this way towards the North Bank. I don't know why. I just feel we're a better team that way. We lose the ball. Bring on Willian. Oh, my days. Expression's having a meltdown. It's a bad result for them, innit? Imagine what he's thinking. He's thinking Tottenham beat Manchester City, then probably go and get beat to Leicester. That's how unpredictable they are as a team. Come on, big second half for Arsenal. We've started the first half all right. A little bit more tempo. We just got to find that goal. Westminster, I'm telling you, I think it is make or break. The mindset will be totally different if we win this game. A draw or a defeat, and it's going to feel like, man, City will cut the gap tomorrow. We've got to win this. There's Norgard for Brentford. And Buemo right-hand side. Brentford on the attack. Force them backwards, slowing it down a little bit. Brentford are going for us. Trust me, even though they only had 30% possession, and they're forced all the way back to the keeper, they're still, when they get the ball, they're attacking. They're not just looking for a point here. They're definitely here to try and beat us. DV said, I'm nervous. Bro, I'm nervous as well. I'm nervous. Come on. I don't care how we win, just win. Big up Normal, big up Big C. I love to see your channel growing. Really appreciate it, man. Big up to all of you. Big up the community. Vishal, vibes of a 3-match losing streak incoming last season. Palace, Brighton and Southampton. We can't afford it. You can't get away with it under these circumstances. You really can't. Here's Thomas Partey for Arsenal. Hasn't been on the ball much. I want to see him in possession a little bit more. Bring Trossi on for Arteta. Get Trossard on. Man, oh, bring. If a man said for Arteta, bring Trossi on Arteta. Yeah, I want to see. I want to see Trossard come on. We struggle against low blocks. I think the thing with us when we play against low blocks, Odegaard is the only one that looks like he can play that ball to open them up. We're very. Saka's a runner. Martinelli's a runner. Apart from Odegaard, we don't have many that can like slide a through ball or, you know, create. Yeah, stop with the fake scores, people. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for us. Come on, you Gunners. Gabriel on the ball. Snake Eyes, please, what does he say? Please, to all watching, we are doing about 8 surgeries daily in Turkey and running out of blood. Please, to all who can donate, please go to your local blood bank and donate. Well, hey, big up, bro. Big up. You're doing great work. Big up, Snake Eyes. You haven't been in the chat for a while. Good to have you back. He's flown out to Turkey to help with the victims of the earthquake. So big up yourself, bro. And anybody that can help, definitely do what you can to help. Whether it's charity, you can send clothes, I think, and stuff like that as well. Big up to you, Snake Eyes. Yeah, Xhaka's not... It's a strange performance from Xhaka today. I think the last couple of weeks, you know, quietly Xhaka going through the motions a little bit. Looks a little bit slow, not getting forward as much. I can't really work out the way he's playing. Partey, man, what is that? Partey looks knackered. Honestly, I'm not joking. Thomas Partey looks knackered. He's looking like the Thomas Partey earlier in the season where we were saying you need to see his passport. He looks like he's 49 and he's got grandkids. He looks knackered. He looks like he can't run. So you got Partey looking knackered, having heavy first touches. And you got Xhaka who don't run into the penalty area anymore. You got Nketiah up there, just shoots from anywhere. Even when there's 5 players a yard in front of him. I don't know what's going on. Why do we look so tired? We haven't had a European game for ages. A lot of our players didn't go to the World Cup or didn't go far in the World Cup. I think the pressure is draining them a little bit. Looking like the retired general. I don't know what's going off with him there. Brother looks tired, bruv. He looks heavy-legged and everything. Odegaard looks like the only player on this pitch that can create a chance for us. I mean, and this is the problem, right? I'm looking at the game now. I'm saying, okay, if you need to take off Xhaka or Partey, does Jorginho improve the team with the things that he's good at? I don't know if he does. Brentford are on the attack here. Because Jorginho's not going to come on and give us energy. He'll just keep the ball. Listen, I'm telling you now, Brentford are dangerous, man. What are we doing? We're hanging on. Every time they go forward, they look like they're going to score. We're lucky to get away with that again. Thomas Partey today, definitely. Brother's stinking out the joint. I don't know what's going off. Look, they're on us again. They're attacking again. If we're not careful, we're going to get beat. Rasmussen. Oh my days, we got away with it. I cannot believe what's going on here. Why are we... They look like they're trying to win the league. Dre said stop being negative, bro. Nah. I can't. You watching this game, you'll understand, bro. I'm a reflection of what I'm watching, and what I'm seeing is trash. I'm sorry. It's poor. We got away with one there again. I don't know what Saliba's doing today as well. Team look like they feel sorry for themselves. You're in a title race, bro. You ain't got time to feel sorry for yourselves. Here's Zinchenko. Please just win this game. And we just tick it off and don't speak about it again. Come on, Zinny, man. I mean, Saliba doing little flicks on the edge of his own box. Wow. These man here. You need to warn your neighbours about Wednesday's game. Bro, Let's worry about Wednesday on Wednesday. I need to. They need to be concerned about today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Saliba. I really don't. Little mistakes creeping into his game that weren't there. They were not there. He was unbelievable. I mean, that's a yard wide. We got away with that. Throw into Arsenal. 58 minutes gone, people. Sub should be coming on. I'm sorry, no messing about. The team have had their opportunity and they haven't done it. They haven't done it. You got players on the bench. You sign them. Get Trossard on this pitch. Get him on. No messing about. These men are not performing. Horrible pass by Xhaka. We got away with it. Here's Odegaard on the ball. Come on. Step it up. Trossard's coming on. Trossard is coming on, people. Here's Odegaard. Come on. We've hardly created a great chance in this game. I tell you what, it's going to be interesting who he takes off. Does he take Martinelli off or Eddie? He'll probably take Martinelli off because that's just the easy one. I think Tomiyasu's coming on as well. Stand still, walking football. Not enough intensity, man. He won't make a sub till 75. Bring on 3 subs. I'm close to leaving this game. I've had enough. It's a bad one. It is a bad one. We got to support them. 33 minutes to go. Come on, I'm trying. Trossard and Tommy coming on. I don't get it. Why does Ben White come off every game? I've never seen a right back get dragged nearly every game. Does he have a fitness problem that he can't play 90 minutes? Is he starting him every game and then thinking, well, actually, he's not playing well, take him off? Does he start him so that we're defensively solid and then when we need to attack a little bit more, you take Ben White off? I don't really get it. It's strange. You never see a right back get dragged that much. Trossard on the way, people. Trossard is on the way. Who's coming off? Who's coming off? Needs to be home in time for Love Island. Ah, dear me. It's not happening for Eddie today. He's having a tough day at the office. Big up Hassan. Big up to you, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. He says, big up Curtis Love from Pakistan. Big up to you. Big up everyone tuned in. Worldwide, people. We worldwide. Thomas Farte, they're calling him today. Tom, yo. I need to see the passport tonight. I can't lie. Why does he look so tired, man? Has he been up all night with the grandkids babysitting? He looks 45 today. Tomiyasu should have started. Ben White looks unwell, says Hendon Guna. I mean, surely if he's unwell, he shouldn't have started. We're on the attack again. Zinchenko, come on. Hardly any big moments where I can, like, get excited. Xhaka's trying to shoot from 35 yards. We got DeWitt from New Zealand. Thank you very much for tuning in. We got Rohan from India. Gabriel Martinelli off. Predictable. I actually don't agree with that substitution. I'm going to be honest. I would have taken Eddie off. And I know some people say, oh, you know, but he's got a goal in him. I think Martinelli's movement through the middle might have offered us something different. But I think today I think I would have tried something different. Martinelli comes off and Trossard comes on. We can't just keep spamming crosses. We've got to create something. Gabby, the worrying thing for Gabby, that's the 4th game in a row that he hasn't played well. Tottenham away, he didn't play well. Man United at home, Everton away, and now today. 4 games in a row Martinelli hasn't performed. Man City on Wednesday, what do? I can't see him dropping him for that game. I just can't. So this was probably the opportunity for Trossard to start. But anyway, it is what it is. Some Arsenal fans thought this was going to be a walk in the park. Afternoon kickoff, sunshine, rainbows at the Emirates. Arsenal should win easy. Listen, I think a lot of the fan base were nervous about it, though. It was always going to be a tough game. Arsenal on the attack. Come on, Zinchenko. It breaks down. Not quite happening for us. There's definitely an issue with Martinelli. And I don't know if it's tactical. I don't know if it's confidence. I don't know if it's fatigue. He was one of our best players before that World Cup. And now we're dragging him with 30 minutes to go every week. Eddie's not at it. I'm telling you, I would have took Eddie off. But Martinelli didn't play well either, so... Who do we bring on next? Maybe Fabio Vieira. I think we need a bit of creativity. Everton has shown that no game is easy in the Prem. You're right. The way they dealt with us. Alfred, who would have guessed Man City adds to their attack when we need goals? Not us, though. We just do like-for-like subs. You're right, bro. You're right. It's too predictable. Big up to you, Alfred. Too predictable. Same old subs every time. He was our best player when Zinni was injured. Is it down to the fullback? I don't know. I don't know. He's not at himself. We're on the attack. Trossard, Zinchenko. Hopefully these two can link up. Forced all the way back. We've got the ball back. Come on. I'll take any kind of scrappy 1-0. Trossard looks lively, though. He does look lively, which is good. Sometimes as a player, you've just got to look busy. Oh, dear me. Eddie, mate. Eddie's... It's a tough day for a striker. I get it, but... He's just snatching at things, isn't he? Saka so predictable at the moment, says penalty spot. The difference between a good player and a great player is that unpredictable factor. You know, a good player is, I'm good, I'm dangerous. It's almost like you look at left footers that play on the right. Messi, obviously, is the greatest of them all. You look at Mahrez, you look at Robben when he played there. Brentford with a shot there. Goes just wide. They've got the ball. In fact, no, it was saved. Those guys still knew how to get on their left foot. If you play against Messi or Mahrez, you know he's on the right. He wants to cut in on his left. It looks easy. It looks like, oh, I know how to stop him. But they're that good, they still find a way of getting on their left foot because they'll be unpredictable. They'll go here, they'll go there. Then they might do it. Saka has to add more unpredictability to his game. Footwork. He did a nice drag back there. But again, the guy's a yard away from him. And you're just shooting straight at him. You've got to do something else there. The shot wasn't on. Edu is the bomb. Go for Arsenal! Go for Arsenal! Get in there! Come on! 1-0 to Arsenal! Yes! Come on! Finally, we've scored. I didn't even see that goal properly. Trossardinho! Bossardinho! With his first goal for the club. Get in there! Bossard! Yes! That's what the sub's all about. Yes! First goal for the club. Leandro Trossard. Trossardinho. Hey, binoculars. I can't see you, man. I can't see you, people. Yo. Bossard, you know. Real baller. Get in there. 1-0 to the Gunners. Trossardinho. That's what we signed him for. Trust the process. Come on! He better not be offside. He better not be offside. I hope we're good. I hope we're good. Trust the process. Yes! We needed that. We needed that. It's onside. I'm sure it is. No worries. No VAR check. The goal celebration, man. Yo, can't see my face. Balaclava. Can't see my face. Balaclava. Yo! Man like Trossard, you know. What I say, bro? We spoke about it yesterday. Trossard should start. We said it. Saka played a big role in that because he... Look at the ball from her. It's a great goal. Look at the celebration, man. It's scenes. Can't see you, man. Great goal. And look at it, like someone just said there, Saka makes the run on the outside. Doesn't just cut in on the left foot and be predictable. Let me give Odegaard credit. What a ball from Odegaard to get Saka in down the sides there. Look, I'm active, Curtis. Bossard, you know, I'm telling you. We did something different. Don't play predictable. Great move. We've waited all game to play like that. And listen, that looks like an easy tap-in at the back post, but that's still a very good finish. You can miss that if you're not at it. It's a great goal. Look at the ball from Odegaard. Look at the ball from Saka. Do you know what? That is a world-class goal. That is world-class. Honestly. It's an absolutely brilliant goal. The ball from Odegaard and the ball from Saka and the back post run from Trossard. That's where your winger needs to be. Ball's on that side. Opposite winger's got to be at the back post. That is a fantastic goal. Trust me. What a move. Look at the fans, man. Their limbs all over the place. Martinelli will be on the bench thinking, boy, I could be on the bench. I'm sorry, but that celebration is goated already for me. I can't cope with that. You bring an edgy celebration to the Emirates, you know, I'm struggling already. Seeing him do the binoculars celebration, it's a myth. It's a madness. It's a madness. It's a madness. I just got a tweet. What a move for that goal. Pass from Odegaard. Assist from Saka. And the celebration is wild from Bossard, mate. Trossardinho. Now, please, shut up shop and don't concede. The only thing is with Arsenal, I don't know if we're actually good at doing that. I think we might actually have to try and score another one. It's not many games where we go 1-0 up and then just hang on. Now, the scoreboard's changed. Apologies, Abdullah. I changed it a bit late. I love that goal. I absolutely love that goal. That's what we're about. Move the ball quick. What a ball from Odegaard. Splits their defence. The cross from Saka on his right foot, on his weaker foot, across the penalty area. For any young winger, I was always told, and I didn't even play out wide, but they always said, put the ball in that space between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot. Keeper can't reach it, and the defender is struggling to get it, and the striker should be there. It's a fantastic goal. Absolutely brilliant goal. Oh, just please hang on. Please. The binoculars, man. Jeez, that celebration. I'm so gassed. I'm so gassed by that celebration. I can't lie. Man, he done it straight away as well, you know. Yo, can't see you, man. Ivan Toney and them, man. We're out here. We're out here, people. Bad Bath. Sub on Holding and win the game. It's that simple. You know when Holding comes on. Oh, Leicester are beating Tottenham 4-1. It's turning into a beautiful Saturday afternoon, people. I can't lie. It's going well. We've still got a long way to go, though. I'm not going to get carried away. Big up Bad Bar for the super chat. Substitution for Brentford. Binoculars, man. Jeez. Tottenham getting smashed. They felt our support last week and beat Man City. Oh, Trossard's made an impact, man. He's made an impact. That's what I want from an attacking player. Come on and make an impact. Get shots off. Drive at people. I actually think Odegaard's done really well in this second half. I know he lost the ball there, but I like the enthusiasm and the drive forward from him. That's what I want to see. You're a captain. Try and lead the way. Get shots off. I will never complain about players in our team shooting, even if the shot's going wide and going over. I want this team to shoot more often. Now, do you know the biggest problem, Nimbo, right? With what Trossard is doing here is sometimes you get labelled as a substitute because they look at it and they go, well, Trossard's actually really good at coming off the bench. So I'll keep him on the bench. Do you know what I mean? It can actually go against you. They think, oh, you're a great impact sub to bring on. So Because right now, I'm sorry, if we win this game 1-0, who plays left wing against Manchester City? He came on against United, did well. He played really well against City in the FA Cup. He's come on now and potentially scored the winning goal. But is he going to want to drop Martinelli for such a big game? But listen, let's just win this game first, then we'll deal with that. Snake Eyes, that goal woke Big C up. Bro, I was actually, I was feeling tired watching this game. Oh my J's, need that binocular green screen shape. Bro, listen. You don't need to ask me twice. You know what's going on the green screen if we win this game. You know what time it is. You think I can deny that goal celebration? It's a madness. I love goal celebrations at Arsenal. I love that celebration. It's time to stop babysitting. I hear you. No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. We can't. Oh no, Brentford have equalised. Brentford have equalised. Oh my days. It's all gone wrong. Brentford have equalised. Oh no, Ivan Toney. Shocking. Shocking. Ivan Toney makes it 1-1. Green screen meltdown. Could Ramsdale have done better? Oh my days, man. You cannot do that. We scored like 10 minutes ago. You've got to... Tony's had us on toast, mate. He's had us on toast today. Honestly, he has pocketed Saliba. I love Saliba, but he's had him on toast. He's like a tin of beans, mate. He's had him on toast the whole game. VAR, that's our only hope. They're doing a VAR check. It's absolutely shocking, that goal. Please be offside. Rambo, should he have done better? I said, Tony, man, get him to the carpet. I mean, where's the defending? What? I mean, am I watching... What kind of... Like, honestly, people, tell me. What kind of goal is that to concede? I expect to see that... The defending is embarrassing for that goal. Please tell me he's offside. Is he offside, people? What is Ramsdale doing? Is he offside? The defence are all over the place. Not offside, yeah. Title mashup, people. Title mashup. Absolutely shocking. Flicked in the ear, header. No one even challenges for the second one. Lose the third one. Lose the fourth one. Lose the fifth one. 5 occasions to clear it. Look at this. You don't even... Odegaard standing there. Saliba don't jump. Ben White's ball watching. I have never... Honestly, I'm sorry, but... That is absolutely... That goal is an embarrassment to this football club. Look at Ramsdale. What's he doing? He's laying down on the floor. I don't know who it is. Sergi, we're all with you, Sergi, said Ivan Toney. Maybe it's one of their players. I'm sorry, if you defend attacks like that, you cannot expect to win a Premier League title. That is absolutely shambolic defending. The goal was given because the first guy who was offside doesn't win the ball. I had a bad feeling about today. But listen, do you know what? I'm going to try. I'm in my head right now. I'm having an absolute meltdown. I'm going to try and hold it down until this game finishes, right? I have to because, oh, days. I have to hold it down. We have to find a way of winning this game. This could be the title over, I'm telling you. This could be the title over. Honestly, that's how I feel if we don't win this game. You can't not win games like this. I don't care if they're in form. You have to. You can't be 1-0 up and concede that quick. Look, McLovin's in here, Man City fan. We got to find a way. We have to find a way. 13 minutes to go, people. 13 minutes to go. Oh, this is a big 12.5 minutes left plus time added on. We got to back the team, people. That's all we got. Back the team and hope. Because we are struggling right now. But we're going to try and push them on to victory. That's all we can do, I'm afraid. Massive, massive 12 minutes. Is he going to make a change? You know, you signed Jorginho. We're still trying to figure out why. So let's hope. Here's Eddie on the attack. Corner to Arsenal. Come on. Come on. Let's not feel sorry for ourselves. We haven't got time. We have to turn up now. This is how leagues are won and lost. Grind out 3 points. The Emirates is too quiet today. The fans look like they're nervous. It's a stinker of a goal to concede. There's 12 minutes left. There'll be 3 or 4 minutes added on. Let's get a Trossard winner, man. Do the celebration again, and we'll go crazy. These men have to step up now. We can't feel sorry for ourselves. We have to. And you know me, I want to have a meltdown, but they need us. They need that energy right now. If it don't work, then yeah, the meltdowns will begin. But we got to push the team on. We're still the dominant team. Zinchenko, left-hand side. Come on. We can win this. Eddie, earn your bread, bro. We're waiting. We can still win this game. It was a terrible goal to concede, but we're still the better team. I'm going to back the team here. If Trossard scores again, I'm dashing my phone out the window. Yeah, mine will be going as well. Put it on the insurance. He goes out for a goal kick. This is where we're going to learn what we are about. Are we champions elect? Or are we just also rans? We're going to find out right now what we're about. I'm backing the team. I'm going to support them. We have to. We got no other choice. We'll talk about the other stuff after. We'll see, McLovin. It's true. We'll see. We'll see what we're about. I'm staying calm. I'm not having the meltdown. I got to back the team. We've got to create a better chance. Come on. 10 minutes to go. Odegaard, shoot. January transfer window has cost us. Come on. Thomas Partey on the ball. 10 minutes to go plus time added on. Plenty of time at home in a game we have to win. Why did Odegaard not shoot there? Serious. Edge of the box, just drill it. These guys don't want to shoot. Saliba has had one. Today, by the way. Big up Curtis. Big up Courtney. Hope you're well. Turner has to start. Brad Friedel did say that Turner, he thinks he should be starting for Arsenal. I need that energy. Come on. We gotta push him over the line here. Serious. Trossard, left-hand side. If he scores the winner, this stream may end. In fact, if anyone scores the winner, the stream could be all over the place. We can do it. I believe in this team, you know. 9 minutes to go. Ben White, right-hand side. Corner to Arsenal. Come on. Come on. We've got no other choice, people. We have to do this. We have to. We have to win this game. We got City on Wednesday. We have to win. Brentford are not playing amazing. We've still been the better team in this half. Come on. I know Eddie is back up, but where's the striker option off the bench? Bro, we don't have one. That's the problem. We don't have one, oh my J's, which is where my Edu question marks come into effect. It's Trossard, left-hand side. Broken down there from the corner. Our corners are not great, man. How often does our corner... How often do we win the header from our own corner? Said this would be tough. I believe we're going to score a late winner. I'm telling you. We're going to score a late winner. Trust me. We got a goal in us, man. And if we don't, then... Well, if we don't, I'll see you at 2 p.m. tomorrow. But I think we can. We're still the better team. We're keeping the ball. We just got to create a big chance. Latte was right. Nah, man, he wasn't. We're going to prove him wrong today. Fabio Vieira's on. I didn't even see who came off. Xhaka came off. He could have made that change 15 minutes ago. Why wait so long? But it is what it is. We got creative players on the pitch now. Trossard, Vieira, Odegaard, Saka. There's plenty of creativity on that pitch. There's no excuse. Oh, the mood has changed so quickly, hasn't it? 10 minutes ago, we're celebrating. Leicester are losing 4-1. We were winning. But we can't feel sorry for ourselves. 7 minutes to go, people. Ben Mee, is it on the floor? They'll time waste now. From therapy to rehabilitation. Hopefully we'll be all right. Can have that back now. There's a little break in play here. We should get time added on. Plenty of time added on. Did VAR get it wrong? The guy was offside. Did he get the ball? I didn't see that. I wasn't really interested unless I just saw the decision. I don't know if the guy who was offside made any contact with the ball at that moment. I'm not sure. 6 minutes to go. Can't feel sorry for ourselves. Show us what you're about. Arteta said we'd win this game. Odegaard said he believes everything he says, so let's see the proof. Let's see the proof. 6 minutes plus time added on. They have to pull something out the bag here. Game's back underway. Ben White, right-hand side for Arsenal. What have we got? What have we got? What can we create? Can we score that winning goal? Come on. Norgard was off, he's saying. Saka on the ball. Is what it is. If it's offside or not, it's been given, hasn't it? We can moan about it, but it ain't going to change. Come on. 6 minutes. Saliba on the ball. We will definitely create a big chance in this 6 minutes plus the time added on. I'm convinced. Got Fabio Vieira on the pitch. Trossard, Odegaard. Plenty of creativity there. 5 minutes left. Arteta looks under pressure. This feels like a big moment. It feels like a really big moment in our season. If we win, I kind of feel like, yeah, we'll beat Man City and we might go and win the league. If we don't win this, it's like, boy, so we have to. Keep believing, people. How many times did, United back in the day used to score goals, man, 90th minute winners and stuff like that. Hopefully, we get that goal. Goal kick to Brentford. Shot goes wide. 5 minutes left. Ben White and Saka there on the right. And Raya has possession. Come on. Trossard winner at the back post. Biggie's calling it. Trossard with a winner. Got a feeling on late winners coming. But maybe it's because I'm a Madrid fan. Yeah, you're used to seeing late winners as a Madrid fan. Slow and undecisive. Season's done. North London relying on Villa. We can't rely on... If we're relying on Villa, forget it. Like, forget it. That's not going to happen. Yeah, I'm convinced that won't happen. Arsenal have possession. 4 minutes to go. The time is going quick. We can't be relying on Unai, man. I don't expect Villa to go to Man City and get a result, man. It won't happen. Throw in. Trossard's looked good since he's come on. Should have come on earlier, possibly. Should have come on at half time. First time I've seen him sub Xhaka. Xhaka doesn't look the same player the last few weeks. Just looks sluggish. 3 minutes to go. The time's going so quick. Well, 3.5 minutes to go. Forcing shots. Saka's been poor today, apart from the cross. We've been overachieving all season. The results being good, but the performances are being whack. 3 minutes. We're in possession. Keep believing. Keep believing. At the end of the game, then we'll have to have the meltdown, but keep believing. It's coming. Goals coming, people. Trust me. Zinchenko, left-hand side. We have to. We've got no choice. We have to score. It has been a boring game. But as I said, we need to just tick it off. Listen, let's not even think about that, Annie. You're right, though. If we don't collect 3 points, it's a disaster. Here's Saka for Arsenal. Come on. Late winner. We need it. Got so many players in the penalty area now, Brentford. Eddie, man, Eddie's winding me up today. He's really winding me up today, seriously. He just he plays with such a lack of sense sometimes in his game. Oh no, not a disaster, bro. That's a disaster. Because if we'll be 6 points clear, City win tomorrow, 3 points. They play us on the weekend. On Wednesday, they would be level on points with us if they beat us on Wednesday. That is a disaster. From potentially being 8 clear, they could be level. So, listen, in a game like that, that is a half chance for Eddie. He's got to do better. Here's Zinchenko on the ball. He's had the ball so much today, but we just haven't hurt them enough. We've opened the door for City and United, 100%. We found Saliba's weakness, Ivan Toney. Ah, dear. A minute to go. Keep believing. That's all we can do. Keep believing. It's not going well. Minute. Let's just hope we get 4 or 5 minutes of time added on. I feel devastated already. But we got to keep going. We cannot feel sorry for ourselves. I've said it all game. Don't feel sorry for yourselves. Eddie, seriously. How long are we going to have added on, people? Another break in play here. Where is the optimism? Bro, the optimism went when Ivan Toney scored a tap-in. They're on the attack again here, by the way. How long are they going to add on? When time added on, people. Zinchenko gets the ball back. This is it now. Time added on. Time added on. 5 minutes. 5 minutes added on, people. Come on. Come on. Let's do this, man. 5 minutes to rescue potentially the title race. And listen, I know people will say if we draw, it's still not out the window, but it just feels like this would be an absolute disastrous result. You look down the fixture list, you cannot drop points to Brentford at home in a title race. I know people will go, oh, but they beat Man City at their ground. I'm not interested in what they do. We're trying to be better than them, so... Well, I know a draw is better than a defeat, but do you know what I mean? We can't afford to drop 2 points. We're a minute in of the 5, people. 1 minute gone of the 5. We're struggling to create. In fact, they're creating more than us. Ivan Toney on the ball. He's had a great game. Ramsdale gets it back. Come on. Got to be winning at home. Just playing poor at this time of the year. Questionable. Here's Trossard, left-hand side. Vieira and Trossard link up. Come on, please. 3.5 minutes to go to save this game. Headed away. Nah, no false things in the chat, man. Don't spoil it. Need Balogun. Should have changed it from the start. Here's Eddie. Come on. 3 minutes to go. We've got to score late. We've got to. Fulham 2-0 up on Forest. Come on, we're on the attack. We just haven't done enough in front of goal, have we? We just haven't done enough in front of goal. 2.5 minutes to go, people. If we score, it's going to be madness. I'm still saying it. We're going to score. We're going to score a late winner. Clip it. Watch this. Last 2 minutes. We're not asking enough questions of this goalkeeper at all. This game is stressful. City win tomorrow, 3 points behind us. Oh, no. Come on. Minute and a half left. Minute and a half left, people. They're time wasting. This game's ran away from us. We haven't turned up. We haven't done enough. They're playing the game, aren't they? Added on time, go on the floor, time waste. Wheels seem to be falling off, people. Serious. This will be no winning our last 3 games. You can't win a title like that. You just can't. You cannot win a title like that. Here we go. Last minute and a half. Should add another minute on for that, surely, but probably won't. Edu has cost us a title. Saliba on the ball. Minute to go. No, we lost possession. Corner to Brentford. It's getting worse. I'm not going to be talking about this game for long after, by the way. They've just ruined the Saturday for the 2nd week in a row. Absolutely ruined it. Can't even enjoy Tottenham losing 4-1 because we're bottling the Premier League. This is not good enough. I'm sorry I said it and people moaned at me. The transfer window wasn't good enough. Yeah, if Jorginho is the player that we require, why are you not bringing him on in a game when you need a goal? Because clearly he doesn't offer you what you need. The window wasn't good enough. Trossard was good. He needed a proper centre mid to play next to. Partey looks knackered. Xhaka looks knackered. We don't have a midfielder that you trust to take them out of the team for. 20 seconds to go plus time added on. Latte, you called it, bro. Deja vu. You're right. We're not even on the attack. They're attacking us. They're looking for a late winner. Oh, no. Do you know the worst thing about this football club? They get you dreaming. They get you dreaming. They did the same last season. I dreamt about Champions League and we ended up in the Europa League. I dreamt about winning the title and some people will say, oh, you're overreacting. I'm sorry. No, there's a pattern developing here. There's a pattern developing. Go to Man City, rotate, get beat. Go to Everton, full strength, get bullied, lose. Brentford, draw. Then you got Man City. If you don't beat Man City, I told you, you cannot leave Pep Guardiola with hope. When Man City feel like they've got hope, they will catch you. The way you beat Man City is you pull away from them, Pep loses his head, focuses on the Champions League, and then you get it. Closing the gap, they're going to be like, okay, these men don't want to pull away from us. You're not good enough to pull away from a team that is not playing well. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. They're checking. It could have even been a penalty there for Brentford. We can't even get out of our own arse. Just forget it. Forget it, people. I think they might have given a penalty here. Did they check? Are they checking it? No, I think they're making a change. We have to beat City. We had to beat City anyway, but it's taken the excitement out of it for me. I'll be honest with you. This result has taken the excitement out of the Manchester City game away from me. I was like, yo, we're going to beat them. We're going to pull clear. Now it's like, we've got to beat them just to hang on. Throw into Brentford. We haven't even created anything in these last 5 minutes. Oh, no. It always happens. This club don't learn, man. They don't learn. They just don't learn. You have a proper January transfer window and you win the title. I'm sorry, you do. You sign João Felix. You sign a top quality centre mid. Trossard, no problem. He looks a very good player as well. You win the title. You go with this cheap option, Jorginho. Your 2 centre mids are knackered, but you don't even brought Jorginho on. You gave us all that spew about, oh, he's such a good player. I've wanted him for years. Okay, it's 1-1. You need a goal. Come on, last chance. Please. If we score, oh my days. Please. Last chance. Ball whipped in. Goes out for a throw-in. Oh, dear. League feels like it's slipping away, which sounds crazy because we're still ahead of them on points, but I'm convinced you have to have a big points gap to win this title. Game's still playing. Is it finished? Yellow card. Come on. We're still playing. This is it. Last chance. Last chance of the game. Is it done? What's going on here? Ah, dear. Shambles. Latte was right, I'm afraid. We're still playing. It's not done. It's done. Full-time whistle. Right, now... turn this off, by the way. I don't want to watch none of this. Look, Saka's injured as well. It's done. It's a mess. We're finished. Forget the title. We'll get top 4. Man U will probably catch us. We'll probably finish 3rd. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, and I'll say it again. That January transfer window, eh? I'm saying it again. I'll throw the grenade out there. That January transfer window again. I'm sorry, and I am saying it. I'm saying it. I don't care. Because if you sign João Felix, you bring on a top quality. In fact, he would have started, right? If you're top of the league in January and you've got money to spend, you don't have the transfer window that we had and tell me that that's good enough. Trossard, cool, no problem. You're doing your thing, bro. You look decent. But don't tell me Jorginho's a good enough signing. Don't tell me we did enough. How can you be in a title race with one striker fit? You can't even take him off. You can't even rotate. These men are a joke, man. They're joke, man. I'm telling you. Edu's a joke, man. I don't care how many pictures he takes with people. I don't care about all that PR. He's a joke, man. He's not serious. These men are not serious about winning titles. Look at Ivan Toney today. He's better than Eddie. Let's be real. How Brentford got a better striker on the pitch than us? Amaru, title hopes are done for me. Sorry, title-winning teams cannot go without winning 3 matches on the bounce. It feels like that. I've got to be honest. Do I think we're going to beat Man City on Wednesday? Not really. Not really. Trossard has to start. He would actually look good next to Martinelli, allowing him and Gabby to interchange. Xhaka can't be our advanced midfielder. I don't care. That January window, I'm sorry, and I will not stop saying it. Because a lot of people don't like that. That window is costing us right now. Because Xhaka, he looks all of a sudden, he's getting leggy. He's not getting in the area. He doesn't look a goal threat anymore. Partey, last 2 games come off throughout the game. Looked like an old man today. Martinelli's form's dipped. It's not good enough. And you know, I'm not even blaming the manager. Not even blaming the manager, because if I turn to my board and I say João Felix, Mudryk, Caicedo, that's my 3. Striker, winger, centre mid. And you don't get me one of them. I give you 3 players, you didn't get one of them. You just can't tell me that board and that director of football are serious about winning the league. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And not everyone will agree. And it's fine. That's the beauty of football. Look at this guy. Latte, you need to stop putting this. I'm sorry. We might have to put you on timeout. You know what I mean? I'll take a draw against Man City, he says. Bro, I can't believe what's happened to us. Where has this come from? Why do we look tired all of a sudden? I don't get it. MJ, love you, C, but you man always getting above your station. Listen, I've got text messages already. My new fans sending me messages. You man thought you was better and blah blah blah. Amaru, I agree with you, Big C. January window is gonna hurt us. We're already being hurt, bro. We're just getting the jab at the moment. Man's just landing the jab. Wait till the left hook turns up on Wednesday night. When Haaland turns up. Not being funny, but Saliba. I love Saliba. Right? He's an amazing centre-back. He's got an unbelievable future. But he got destroyed today by Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney dealt with him like he was a little man. Like, yo, little boy, relax. You're a young buck. I'm 50 Cent, bro. You're a young buck. You know what I mean? Like, you're the side dish. He had that big man strength. I've been in the lower leagues. I know how to handle big centre-backs. I'm very concerned with what I'm seeing. As I said last week, and a lot of people didn't agree, it's not losing, drawing. It's how we lost, how we drew. How come we couldn't hang on to that lead for long? So easy. The goal we conceded today was an absolute embarrassment of a goal. Like, it was embarrassing. Why the high crosses, man, so predictable, says Scalacci. That's what happens when we're struggling. That's what we revert to. We did it before. 20 crosses. And see if someone wins a header. Sam said, but Curtis, at least 50% of our fan base celebrates our billionaire owner saving money. Well, the saved wages. And I had this argument with Robbie. Oh, but we can't sign João Felix. He's too expensive for a loan. And we don't have an option to buy. Who cares? Win the league, then discuss it. And guess what? João Felix coming out this week saying, well, I'm enjoying myself here. We'll talk about it at the end of the season. If he loves it, he's going to want to stay there. We paid $3 million to take Odegaard on loan from Real Madrid in a season where we finished 8th. But people are telling me $9 million for João Felix was too much for a loan. We can't even take Eddie off when he's having a quiet game. We don't have another striker. It's unbelievable. They knew how long Gabriel Jesus was going to be out for. So why didn't they do something to address it? It's unbelievable. You can't win a title with one striker, an unproven striker that's going to have points like this where 3 or 4 games he doesn't score. They've been set up to fail, I'm afraid. The Blue said we got done by Ivan Toney, dark arts, and that pass play to Norgard looked offside. It did, but I'm not even jumping on it. What about us? What about our performance? Where was our chance creation? What does Fabio Vieira do in these games? 35 million. I know he only came on towards the end, but does he affect games? Could we have spent that 35 million better in the summer? I think we could have, because our midfield look like they're running out of gas right now. Somali said, if we're not winning this game, no way we beat the likes of Villa and Leicester away, and no way we deal with 2 or 3 games a week. Big problems, I fear. I mean, it's worrying. It's concerning. A couple of weeks ago, you're thinking we could win the FA Cup, we could win the Europa League, we could win the title. 1 or 2 of them, maybe. Now you're looking at it. FA Cup's gone. Europa League's going to be very difficult with Barcelona if they beat Man U. They're the favourites with the bookies to win the whole tournament. And the Prem, you can't afford to have many days like this. You just can't. And people are messaging saying, don't panic. Still 6 points clear. Obviously, City will play tomorrow. But if City beat Villa tomorrow, which I think they beat Villa tomorrow, I'm sorry, Villa at home, I think Pep's going to be so fired up for that game. They can come to the Emirates 3 points behind us. People can't keep coming to me and saying, you're overreacting. Because all of a sudden, Man City will be in front of us and people will go, you're overreacting. At what point do we say, actually, you're not overreacting. We might have a problem here. I've said all season we don't have the squad depth. We do not have the squad depth. And I want to make one thing clear. I'm not blaming the manager. Because people say, oh, you know, Arteta, and I'm always on Arteta. I'm not blaming Arteta. Arteta named his players. Edu, Josh, Vinay didn't deliver any of them. Trossard today, cool. Came off the bench. I'm happy with Trossard. I think he's a good player. I think for 20 million, it's a very good signing. But The guy wanted Felix, Mudryk and Caicedo, and you didn't get one of them. Not one of the 3 players did you deliver. And you know why he didn't get any of them? Because they were big money deals. João Felix was a big loan money deal. And Edu can't negotiate big money deals. He's not that guy, I'm afraid. They've set this manager up. You have to blame the board for what's happened in January. People celebrating, oh, we can't pay 80 million for Mudryk. We can't pay 9 million for João Felix on loan. We can't go to 75, 80 million for Caicedo. I'm sorry, if you want to win titles, sometimes you got to overpay. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to overpay for quality, for difference makers, you know? Balogun off the bench may have made the difference. You know, we don't have a striker on the bench. How can we win the league with one striker? Our striker got injured on the 3rd of December. It's the 11th of February. He's not even in full training yet. So how can anybody in their right mind think, we'll just go with Eddie for 3.5 months and see where that gets us? Even if he does well, he's going to have to come off some days and get rotated. But we've got people that are not good enough in their job, and the chickens are coming home to roost, people. I'm sorry, and I'm just speaking reality of the situation. I'm not having a go at Arteta. Do you know what? I'm not even having a go at the players. I think these players have overachieved this season. I don't think, in all honesty, that these players should even be in a title race. I'm going to be totally honest. I look at the squads, I look at the teams, and I think City, I think Liverpool, I think Man United, I think Chelsea. On paper, they've probably all got a better team than us, on paper. So I actually applaud the manager and the team for what they've achieved this season. But one thing I'm not going to stop banging the drum about, people. This board let that manager down in January. I don't care what anyone tells me. They let the manager down in January. Now listen, I'm frustrated and angry now with that performance and dropping points again. I think every Arsenal fan should be very annoyed. This was an opportunity to bounce back and we didn't. I don't think we played that well. And I now, the one thing I do say about this manager, you're going to have to be very strong on Wednesday night, because I'm sorry, but I don't see how Trossard doesn't start that game on Wednesday. I really don't. He's come on 3 times for us and he's influenced the game. Did well against United, did well against City when he started, and he's done well today. He deserves to start. Martinelli hasn't played well for 4 games. Listen, somebody just said there, apologies, that feels like a loss. That's a defeat. Let's make no mistake about it. That is as bad as a defeat. Okay, 1 point, I get it. But that is extremely damaging to our title hopes. And I know how they will dress this season up again. You know what you're going to hear from the press, from the Athletic, what the club will feed out. We're ahead of schedule. We had a great season. We was in the title race and we just didn't have enough, but we're in the Champions League. That will be the narrative. And this is the problem with a football club. When they have a chance, when situations present themselves, they don't go for it. If they went for it and fell short, none of us could have moaned. They went for it in January, but we didn't have enough. They didn't go for it in January. Going for it in January is not signing 3 players for £50 million. So listen, I'm speaking my truth. Not everyone will agree, and there are some of you in the chat that are saying it's an overreaction. We're still top. That for me, this lack of ambition is why we haven't won a title since 2004. And it wouldn't surprise me if that costs us again this season. The reason we didn't get Champions League football last season is because Edu and the board did not have a proper transfer window last January. They high-fived each other that they'd given Aubameyang away for free. Well done, Richard. Yes! Brilliant work. You gave away Aubameyang for nothing. They sold him 6 months later for 12 million. Yet these men were high-fiving. They got to January and we got all the PR. All the PR. Oh, look, Arteta's in LA. He's having a meeting with the Cronkays. They're going to go big in January. If we need to buy someone for 80 million, we will do. The Cronkays want to win the league. This is what I was being told. And when that transfer window closed and I said, hang on a minute, are we really dressing this up as a satisfactory transfer window? We've signed a centre midfielder that the team in 10th couldn't wait to get rid of. So how do we expect Jorginho to make a big difference to this team? How? And I'm not blaming him for today's game, but we needed a change in midfield and the manager didn't bring him on because his qualities wouldn't have benefited us today. We needed energy. We needed someone to get forward and shoot. And that's not Jorginho's game. But the club will get away with this. The club will get away with this season, right? And people will say, get away with it. We're in the top 4 and we're back in the Champions League. No, you had a chance to win the Premier League and you sat there, went for the cheap options, and we will end this season 2nd or 3rd. I'm sorry. Unless something crazy happens on Wednesday and something crazy happens tomorrow and Coutinho bends one in the top corner and Villa beat City and we beat them. But I can't see it. Because once Pep Guardiola sniffs that opportunity, he's going to go for us. He ain't going to play games. So, listen, I know not everyone will agree. And there are some of you who don't agree and I won't hide from your comments. Let me get into some super chats. LV, January didn't matter. We're ahead of schedule. Yeah, Vinay will drop an interview in 3 months saying what a wonderful season we've had and blah, blah, blah. Glenn says that Felix would have been key, but he's too expensive. Yeah, the 9 million loan was going to cripple the football club. We'd have gone into administration. That's the way people were acting. We can't buy João Felix. He's too expensive. You do realise we signed Martin Odegaard for £3 million on loan. João Felix was 9 million. So it's 6 million more for a guy that cost £110 million. And we only got one fit striker. Can you imagine João Felix in our team today? But no, he's too expensive. What do I know? That 6 million would have crippled us. We'd have had to sell the Emirates, go back to Highbury, kick everyone out the flats. It's a joke, people. I've never known a fan base celebrate saving money. I don't get it. Only Jesus can save us, says Crazy Gunnar. You're right. Jesus and Jesus. But Jesus ain't coming back till the end of the month. We could be behind Man City by the time he comes back. Gonna roller, keep losing out on top targets and we'll lose Mikel. Trust, bro, let me tell you. And you know I have not been Mikel Arteta's biggest fan, right? I haven't. But let me tell you something. The position we're in right now, you wouldn't want him to leave right now when you look at the market out there and the managers that are available. You know, got to be careful. The manager gives you targets and you don't get them. He'll walk. He'll walk. The Iceman said, Vieira is awful. I'm sorry. Looks like a puppy at this football club. Also, the moment we signed Jorginho, he brought in bad luck. I'm convinced. We have got... Listen. If this football club were ever going to get anywhere, the fan base have to start saying what things are. And let's stop pretending. Let's stop treating these players like babies in a nursery. Oh, he's not bad. Give him time. Fabio Vieira, at this point, is a flop at this football club. How he ends up in 6 months, a year, 18 months, then we'll change our opinion. Right now, Jorginho... Jorginho has hardly played, but Fabio Vieira at this point has done nothing really at this football club. If we're being honest, 35 million. I can't hype him up because he got 2 assists against Oxford. I've played against Oxford. You ain't going to put me in the Arsenal lineup, are you? Do you know what I mean? I need to see more from him. I don't buy into... And I say this all the time, right? And I say this all the time. Love your football club. Support your football club. By all means, that's fine. But just because you love and support your football club, do not buy into everything that they say because they lie. They lie. It's a business. This owner, wants to make money. All right? And it's too much PR for me. If it was PR, we'd win the Champions League. A said poor performance, also 2 offsides in their goal. Yeah, do you know what? I need to watch that back. I can't lie. But I want to concentrate on us. Southern Gooner, big up, bro. Edu needs to be looked at. It's a disgrace we can't get our transfer window sorted out. How can you be top? Players twerking all over the internet. Sign me. Putting up Instagram posts. Have you ever seen players do what players were doing in this window? Caicedo put his life story out. 10 brothers and sisters, I need to leave. Let me go. Mudryk was twerking like Beyonce in a I'm a Survivor video. Destiny's Child, I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna get her. I'm gonna stop her. I'm gonna... And we still couldn't get... The brother ended up at Chelsea. Can you imagine? And yeah, João Felix, that 9 million loan, oh no, it would have crippled us apparently. It would have finished us. There's no way we can afford that. But it is what it is. I'm sure Stan is delighted. My XL Online said we need Martinelli up front to throw up something. Bro, is it like, seriously, is this manager ever going to do something different? This is where I will question Mikel Arteta. Are you just going to keep going Martinelli off, Trossard on? This guy, do something different, man, please. Like, it's not, if you keep doing the same thing, you'll probably get the same result, you know? We have the best PR department I've ever seen. Don't worry, there'll be a new training kit out on Monday. The We Were in the Title Race Till May training kit, exclusive. Big up Southern Gooner. McLovin, Eddie horrible today. Ramsdale suspect again. Yeah, only the truth will set you free, people. Only the truth will set you free. When Eddie was doing his thing, flowers. He got his flowers. All the songs was all over the internet. And I'm not just saying it because of today, right? Honestly, I still don't think Eddie Nketiah is good enough. And some people will really not be able to take that comment because of how well he's done in the last few weeks. I'm still not convinced that he's good enough to play for Arsenal. I look at Ivan Toney's performance today and what he's done to William Saliba today. And I'm like, that should be who's playing up front for us. If Jesus ain't available, that's the kind of level. Eddie is not a bad player. He can probably have a decent career at Arsenal and he can play in the Prem. But is Eddie going to win you a Premier League? Can he hold down the team for 4 months with no Gabriel Jesus? I'm not even getting onto him. I'm not surprised that he's had a bad 3 or 4 games because he's going to. He's still young. He'd only played like 20 games in the first team before Jesus got injured. You know? Look at what Ivan Toney did to Saliba today. And we rate Saliba as one of the best centre-backs in the league. And Toney bodied him today. Real talk. He treated him like a little kid. They're the levels, you know. Brentford shouldn't have a better striker than us. And that's just the reality, people. Let me get through these super chats. MJ said, Casemiro said Odegaard was shining boots at Madrid. Don't do that to him, man. Don't do that to him. Odegaard was not the problem today. Let me say that. I thought Odegaard played all right. But MJ's letting off the clip. SG said, fake positive, Arsenal fans out. Listen, I've got no problem with fans being positive all the time. It's beautiful. I want you to be positive. I want all of us to be positive about our club. But be realistic. Balance it out, please. The window was not good enough. We signed a centre-back we'd never heard of. We signed a centre midfielder that can't run, that Chelsea couldn't wait to get rid of. Trossard, I defend that one. I think he's a good signing. But it wasn't enough. Players are looking tired. Wait until we're playing in Europe on a Thursday. You know? Jorginho, 12 million pays for Felix. I mean, do you know what? Well, you couldn't have said... You could not have said it better. How did I not even think about it from that perspective? So, we couldn't buy João Felix on loan for 9 million because apparently that 9 million would have finished us. We'd have been in administration. It was so expensive. But we paid 12 million for Jorginho for 18 months on 120 grand a week. So, you have an agenda, Big C! You have an agenda! We saved wages! Just throw the money in the air, people. Get your Monopoly money out and throw it. We saved wages. That's all that matters. African Giant said, okay, I feel better now. See what I mean? Chelsea fan came here to make himself feel better. Latte, my mood changed. I can smell trouble coming. Wednesday looks dangerous, Latte. I can't lie. Wednesday don't look nice to me right now. Wednesday looks real bad because when Ivan Toney's doing that to us, what's Haaland going to do? You know? Michael said, Brentford smacked the other big six teams already this season. 4 points against them ain't that bad. In all fairness, it just hurts more after Everton. If we'd beat Everton last week and drew today, 4 points from 6, today would not have been as bad, right? But because we lost last week, that's what makes today so damning. In isolation, 4 points against Brentford, a team that are in great form, 100%. I buy into that. When you've just lost to Everton the week before and you're telling us you're title contenders, this draw ain't good enough. We didn't hang on to that lead. And look at the goal we conceded, how poor it was. Big up Michael. Diego said, we don't get into bidding wars during a title charge is all the explanation we need for no armpits. Listen, Odegaard, mate, you don't even need to put deodorant on in the end of May because I don't think we're seeing armpits if it carries on like this. We got tough games coming up. Our next 2 games, people, Man City at home, Aston Villa away. That is more difficult than Everton away and Brentford at home. So I'm concerned, very concerned. How can you not get into a bidding war when you're trying to win the Premier League? It's embarrassing. Kamal said, worried about Ramsdale controlling the box. Listen, we'll speak about him tomorrow because that was a disgrace from him today. And I like Ramsdale. I didn't like him when we signed him. But what was Aaron Ramsdale doing on that goal? Honestly, he ended up laying on the floor with his face in the ground. I just don't get it. What was he doing? That's one of the worst goals you will see. If you watch Match of the Day tonight, I'm not watching it. I don't want nothing to do with it. That is probably the worst defending you'll see for any goal. 5 times we could have cleared it. Football Capo, big up, bro. I'd play Bossard till Jesus comes back. Nelly, miss him. This is Martinelli's twin brother. Without Jesus, I don't know who this is. He's brought his brother over from Brazil. They're doing a Christopher Ray, man, when they said he was George Weah's cousin. I don't know who this Martinelli is. I don't know if it's confidence. I don't know if he's got too much money in his pockets from the contract. I don't recognise this Martinelli. I think he misses Jesus badly. But he's still got to look at himself as well. I shamelessly concede the title. Saliba and Nelly, poor, says Faisal. Jitesh, Big C, when are you going to start talking about Martinelli? If Eddie played like Martinelli as the last few weeks, you would be ripping Eddie a new one. Listen, he's out of form. He's out of form. Do you know the difference? And we've got a player on the bench that is a sufficient replacement for him, right? So with Eddie, we don't seem to have a choice. We won't change him. Even when he's playing bad, he doesn't take him off. With Martinelli, I'm like, okay, you're playing bad, but Trossard's right there. So you don't even need to have that problem. We're causing ourselves that problem. We can all see Martinelli's having a bad run of form the last 4 games, so he doesn't need to play. Take him out of the team. So if he's playing bad and you've got a good replacement, my question is with the manager. Take him out, give him a rest, and play Trossard. And Martinelli's got more credit in the bank than Eddie, let's be honest. And that's the reality. Conor we needed a top quality midfielder, winger and striker, but Edu signs a convenient 35 million project in Vieira. Our transfer business is not good enough. You know, people talk about money. We can't overspend. We can't go into bidding wars. You look at Lokonga, 17 million. You look at Fabio Vieira, 35 million. You look at Jorginho, that's 67 million pounds. That has had no effect on this team. Jorginho obviously only just signed. You know, we should have signed João Felix. I'm sorry. We needed a striker. And apparently he wanted to come to us more than Chelsea because he liked the style of football. Liv have a hangover. How will ours be if not champs? Oh, Liverpool have a hangover. The club will celebrate finishing 2nd or 3rd, which would be a positive, but we haven't done enough to win this league. And I hope I'm totally proven wrong, but I just have this feeling that this title charge is going to fizzle out. Because Pep You've just changed his mentality for tomorrow's game. We had the opportunity to send Man City into that game under all sorts of pressure. Now, Pep's thinking by Wednesday at 10 o'clock, they could be level on points with us. It is what it is. This is a mini Arsenal therapy. I'll be back tomorrow, of course. I'm so disappointed again. As a goalkeeper, you have to take out the man and player, not both. That was shocking from Ramsdale. Let's have a look at the Premier League. I mean, we are 6 points on the same games. So it's not the end of the world. I'm trying to put a positive spin on it, but I'm fuming. I'm really disappointed. 2 wins in our last 5, people. It's just not the time. You can't do that now. You just can't do that right now. 2 wins in 5. How are you going to win the league like that? Drew with Newcastle. Lost to Everton. And drew with Brentford. They're not even games where you should be dropping points, really. Do you know what I mean? It's not City at the Etihad. It's not Liverpool at Anfield. Should have won at least 2 of them, in my opinion. But, I mean, we've got to beat them. We've got to beat them on Wednesday. Let's be real. We've also just pulled United back into it. 8 points clear. We do have a game in hand. The poor run was coming, but this wasn't where I thought the poor run was going to come, because we've actually got a more difficult run. Do you know what? I'm going to end the stream. Do you want to come on? Come on, let me get Cruz on quick. Are you available on Saturdays? Because, boy, they need to take Eddie off. Fancy a run out next on Wednesday, Man City?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Take it, innit? You against Ake and Akanji. Talk to me. What are you worrying? We're 6 points clear, but we...
Because I have a feeling that City will just smack up Aston Villa, and I feel like they're going to beat us at home.
Just because of that momentum.
Yeah, they've just got that thing, like, we're not good against them. I don't know why.
It's just like, what is that effect today going to have on them on Wednesday? If we'd have won today, they'd be like, come on, we can't wait for City. Now we've drew, it's like... They look tired. What do you reckon for Wednesday? You're not. Give me your early prediction for Wednesday. Be honest. Speak your truth.
I'm gonna be honest.
Speak your truth.
2-0 City.
We're not even scoring.
No.
Wow. I mean, a week ago we were saying your defense is in trouble if Eddie's in the room. I think your defense can have go and have a massage and relax if Eddie's in the room.
I know.
No problems. Get you on again on Wednesday, hopefully. Hopefully we'll win, but it's not looking good. I'm going to look for the receipt for the French Arsenal kit that I bought. Take it back.
City have too much squad depth. We can't handle.
The window wasn't good enough, was it?
No.
Jorginho and... I like Trossard.
Edu's the problem.
Edu's the problem, isn't he? Come on, man. You know about these things, man. We get you in there. You sign good players on FIFA, don't you?
Yeah.
I get you back on Wednesday. Big up yourself, bro. Appreciate it. Listen, I'm off to look for the receipt for the French Arsenal t-shirt. It's still within 28 days. I want my money back. Inflation is real. I need to put the heating on as well. It's cold. Thank you very much for tuning in, people. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Curtis Shaw Clips as well. And Arsenal therapy tomorrow. I'm sorry. I can't hide from it, people. That is 2 points dropped. Let's just hope Unai makes it a good evening tomorrow. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't let it spoil your weekend. We're still top of the league, but I'm fuming. Why didn't we sign proper players? João Felix. Oh, dear. See you tomorrow, people. Bless.